Welcome, everybody. Hope everybody had a good one, good week, and ready to start the show here. Welcome the panel. Got Shieldwall. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Glad to be here for this third movie in the Western series that we kind of been doing these last few weeks. Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. 1966. At least that's what it said on the movie that I watched. Um, my dad talked about this movie like because when he saw it, like it was, I don't know, some giant masterpiece. Um, it was pretty good. I wouldn't say that it's not Lawrence of Arabia, um, but it's a good Western, and a lot of I think ideas about what a Western is and style and coolness and stuff of a Western and what's a cowboy comes from these three movies that we watched, and specifically this one to kind of capstone it off. Uh, yeah, so it was pretty good. It's a well shot movie. Um, and you know, so it's kind of genre defining a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. But happy to be here, especially with this panel of much more knowledgeable people than I am.
When do they show up?
Yeah.
Welcome, Travis.
Howdy. Yeah, no, I think the first time I watched this was a TV adaptation. So the first time I saw it on DVD, I was shocked that there was like 40 extra minutes of movie.
Yeah.
So, and there's still scenes that I come across where I'm like, wait, what is this a part of the original film? I keep thinking I'm catching like a director's cut. There's so much to it,
Yeah.
but all in all, I do really enjoy this movie, and I feel like the music, while I don't feel it's as much of a character in the other two films that we watched in this series, I feel like it does it does sound more movie-esque, more traditional, as opposed to some of the other compositions. But yeah, I enjoy this one. It's got some really good lines in it too.
Yeah, it does. And welcoming our guest for this evening, our Waylon. How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm right as the mail hoss. Yeah, I've seen this movie a whole bunch. Probably since I was 8, 9 years old. So I really didn't need to watch it and prep for this, but I did. It's got some. This is Leone getting to play with a scale that he didn't really get to work with in the last films, and you can tell he wanted to use it.
Yeah. Yep, same here. I saw it when I was young, and so I've watched it a few times since then. Welcoming our other guest, April Goodwin. Hello.
Hey, yeah, how's everybody doing? And it seems between Shield's failing voice and Waylon's pounding hangover, it might be an interesting stream. But yeah, I mean, I grew up with this being on TV, all the time, and then seeing the extended version, the even the TV cut was like, all right, you're getting a little excessive here. And then it's like, no, here's another 40 minutes. It's like, I didn't need it, but all right, here it is. Let's go. And, there's I think, Waylon's right. It's a matter of scale with this. And it's an ambition that maybe is a bit early for Leone, because he has all of these great scenes and vistas and some great set pieces, but he doesn't connect them as well as he does in some his later more epic movies. But I think you kind of see all of the pieces here, and I mean there's some truly fantastic the bridge battle, as we were talking about in the green room, which most assuredly has more people than Christopher Nolan did in Dunkirk, even though That was a situation supposed to have 300,000 people on a beach, and I think he managed 300 maybe. This one really looks like, okay, we're having a battle. It's a bit chaotic and crazy, but that was kind of the point. There's a lot of themes in this movie too. That when you're young, it's just okay. It was going to be cool western and gunfights, and it certainly felt different than most of the standard western fare. But when you watch it now, there's a lot more adult themes going on than you notice when you're young.
Yeah. I think Nolan's Dunkirk was actually his version of 300.
Yeah, it could have been.
That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
Because he also forgot the equipment that they all had at the beach too.
Right.
That's why I hated that movie. It looked barren. It was just a bunch of dudes standing around on a beach in non-battle. Their uniforms were clean. They didn't have any gear. There was no web gear. There were no helmets. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they weren't packing all the stuff that they could carry.
Let alone all the vehicles and trucks and stuff that they had all
Right.
parked because they're all trying to run.
Yeah,
exactly.
The British military essentially disarms itself on the beach just to get men out.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they left all their heavy equipment, whatever. And the I don't know, it just looked like crap to me. I turned it off halfway through.
But
I knew the story and whatever, and then they had the whiny guy on the one boat. I was like, nah.
Well, I mean, the hilarious thing, I had already got the Spock brow out pretty hard when I kind of seen the run up to the thing, and Nolan is bragging about shooting in Dunkirk, and I was like, nothing of the original Dunkirk remains.
Yeah,
it was leveled. So you're shooting on the geographic area. Cool story, bro. But that's not the city that was there.
It gets even worse because if I remember correctly, there was like some villages or towns that were close by that were also destroyed like Dunkirk in the war, but they hadn't been rebuilt, obviously.
Right.
But they would have looked much more closer to what Dunkirk would have looked like in 1940 than actually shooting in Dunkirk, which was and
it had what's his name in it too, which was just they put him in there because he was popular at the time.
Mr. One Direction.
Yeah, One Direction guy, and I was like, whatever, man. They just I don't know.
It's the best war movie ever. It doesn't talk about what they're gonna do when they get home, and because I swear that's a compliment someone gave this movie. That's why they think it's the best war movie they've ever seen.
Jacob, I'm trying very hard not to use this slur to respond to that person because I know that.
Do you know who? I bet you can tell who it is too. Let's just say he runs a channel that has a green background. It's something and gamers.
Oh goodness!
He who also loved the Odyssey too.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Odyssey, so I really can't comment on it. Other than
you should continue not to.
Yeah, other than looking at the armor looked like crap. And maybe it was an artistic choice, and he was trying to be otherworldly with it or whatever. But
it was a choice. I don't know.
Rings of Prime.
Yeah.
Armor.
Yeah, the Rings of Prime armor looked better than that.
Yeah. I kept waiting to see Odysseus in his T-shirt with printed chainmail on it. It would have been would have fit right in.
There's a tempest in him.
There's a tempest in me while I was watching it.
Well, why don't we talk about a much better movie?
Someone should show this to Nolan and say, like, when you do an epic, this is how you do an epic. This is a good example of one.
But no, that won't fit on my old school CRT. It needs to be 4x3.
Yeah, filmed with IMAX.
Yeah.
Where we have to cut every like 30 seconds.
And all of this was filmed in Spain, right?
Yeah, this is all filmed in Spain.
Which is crazy because it really fits the Southwest because this could literally be somewhere out in New Mexico or whatever.
Yeah.
Even like the inside of the churches and the other buildings here, It's almost literally no difference.
Well, it's almost like the Spanish were involved in
Yeah,
New
exactly.
Mexico and
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Southwest.
It's
I don't
almost
know.
it's almost like they called it New Spain when they got there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it just starts off with these random dudes. Who are these guys? We don't know.
Again, I mean, give Leone credit. He finds characterful faces.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
And because he doesn't have to care about what they sound like, he can just pick whoever
Well,
he
that's
wants.
also helpful. Yes.
Maybe we should bring back dubbing more instead of just using it when
Maybe.
we mess up a script. We have
No,
to-
you just need to use all live audio like Nolan because he
yes,
hates
that's-
ADR. Yeah.
I mean, all the early Bond movies were dubbed. For God's sake. We used to know how to make movies as a society.
We did. I mean, there's very much like a lot of these shots are very John Ford.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
These wide angle shots.
Yeah,
And
big
then it just
vistas.
goes close.
Because unlike when later deconstructions, the Italians actually respected John Ford and loved his movies and wanted to honor him in a lot of ways too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it just does these close-ups of their faces. It's great.
The thing about the John Ford movies is that a lot of the people that acted in it have living memory of like the actual Old West. So I feel like they were better able to portray what it was really like
Yeah.
to a point than later on where they're making it all like dystopian and dark and stuff.
Well,
Um,
it's how the thing to remember also is you're looking at the 70s.
Yeah.
And things aren't exactly going great outside, so the movies tend to reflect that. Like the thing is when you look at like a 50s western, it does kind of reflect Eisenhower America a little bit, and this sort of hope and pride and optimism.
Yeah, the '60s start to get to deconstruction because you've got a new generation and you've got some wars going on and spiciness in international affairs. And then the '70s, everybody just wants to commit harikari because it's all gloom and
Yeah,
oppressive.
that's why when Star Wars comes out, it was such a big deal.
Yeah.
He basically made a John Ford western as a space fantasy.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Well,
It'd be nice if we got back to some of that.
Well, I mean, that, and then the next year you have Superman, both very hopeful movies. Both did stunningly well.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, both really do remind me of John Ford, which you can almost feel how much John Ford influenced the American film industry even after he was dead for a while.
Yeah, I mean, Kurosawa is making John Ford movies in Japan with samurai.
Yeah.
And very much points out that he loved John Ford in the cowboy movies that he made.
Even
I love this scene.
it's such an Italian Western thing.
Yeah.
But this is also almost a little bit of an homage to like the old Westerns where you see the guy go into like a bar fight and then he's thrown out the window.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought he jumped out to like escape him.
He did. While
Yeah.
he's eating a turkey leg.
Tuco does, yeah.
Right, yeah.
And he is ugly. Although I get that The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is a great title, but The Good isn't particularly good.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not really that good.
And he's not-
Maybe they don't mean in the moral sense.
Yeah.
They mean in the technical sense. He's
Right, like
the
just
best
good
guy.
at what he does.
he's clearly better than the rest because he's
yes. It's almost a Corbucci take on what a protagonist is supposed to be. He's just better than.
yeah.
But this right here shows that Tuco is dangerous. He's competent. With a gun, There's a scene later on when he's picking out a new gun that really shows that too.
Yeah, when he's assembling the gun from parts. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Lice, perhaps, but not
Yeah.
DEA.
And it wasn't infected by DEI because they were all Italian and Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't import any other than Eastwood.
Well, and Wallach. Well, Eli Wallach is a Jew.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
Jewish.
Yeah, no
but
Mexicans were
he's
harmed in the making of this movie.
But like, what country is he from?
He's from I think he's from New York, so he's from
New
the
York.
U.S.
Yeah.
Okay.
He plays Italians plenty of times.
Yeah. It's funny, he doesn't really start playing Jews till he became an old man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good because all of these actors look appropriate, right, for the time, era, and place.
Well, and again, I mean, it's not like a lot of movies today where it's like, okay, we're going to be in a grimy area, and suddenly everybody looks like looks maxers and supermodels.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
They're actual normal looking people here.
Right. Yeah, like most of the women in the movie are not supermodels.
Yeah.
Like the people on the street and the ones that have a couple of lines here and there. Also, I was kind of wondering what it was doing because it didn't look like that water was going anywhere. It was just going in a circle. You know what I mean? Like that thing just spins and the water churns, but is there a pipe coming off of it maybe that I'm not seeing going to somewhere else? I don't know.
But the first thing I thought about was I'm raising that damn log that's across there because I'm not ducking twice every time I go around this. I'm gonna forget and get knocked right the heck off of that.
Also, if you spread the base farther and extend the thing, you get more. You should get more rotations per. You know what I mean?
Well, you'd have to gear it.
Yeah, change the gear. Yeah. You could make that thing spin more times, the water wheel.
Yeah.
I will say, this is one of the best looks you ever got in a Western with Van Cleef, just period.
Yeah.
He just looks menacing in this movie.
Sinister.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing you notice is, they call them angel eyes, but Leone is using an eye light to make sure that there's always a reflection in his eyeballs.
Yeah.
And it gives him kind of this light and like there's something glowing within him almost.
Yeah. It's almost like Leone knew how to make a movie.
Yeah. Cause see, like right there, so he's actually using the small light to just shine to get the reflection in the eyes.
Yeah. I think this was sort of the look Henry Fonda was going to try and go for with Once Upon a Time in the West.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he grew out a beard, he got brown contacts, and everything, and then Leone just said, he showed up with all that stuff, and Leone just said, "I want you shaved, and I want your blue eyes."
Yeah.
Oh, but that works.
It does.
Blue eyes, the cold.
Yeah. He's got those ice blue eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just looks like an assassin.
But Lee Van Cleef, I mean, he's got that triangular face, the very high cheekbones, the gaunt, and then distinctive eyes. He looks.
Also, he has the right kind of hat on.
Yeah,
if he had like a different kind of hat.
Stetson Boss of the Plains is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, and it's the you look at the face and the head, and you're right. What hat works for them? Not, oh, look, I like that hat. And it was like, that hat doesn't like you when you put it on. You have to get it correct. And the same thing with Eastwood. I mean, he's got, it's not big cowboy hat type thing that John Wayne would have worn.
Yeah. Which is funny because all of Eastwood's costume, well, at least for the first, his look for these films, like he just stole a bunch of stuff off the Rawhide set and brought it with him, including the gun.
But the end of this movie outfit was the same one in the man for a few dollars more, right?
Yeah.
Where it had the poncho with the goat skin.
Because he gets the poncho off of the guy that's dying.
Yeah. But that's a super iconic look, And so is this. Look at that silhouette. He's got the boots and the.
You can tell Tarantino was just stealing so much from this movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like almost shamefully, it's kind of like, dude, can you pick another movie to steal from a little bit?
He'll be like, sure, I'm going to go and raid the 70s and
Yes.
get all the grindhouse stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the that kind of laconic, the tall, thin. He's got the riding boots, so they're up high, and that he's just that leaning against the door is just classic. What you think of as gunfighter kind of stance and behavior.
It's something that like you kind of were hoping from like it. Some of the stories from the 50s and American 60s westerns, you're kind of wishing they learned a little bit more of from these movies a little sooner, as far as like how to set up just how someone's going to look, and they're not going to look clean. They're going to look a little dirty, and they're going to look a little grimy, and they're living out on the frontier. They're living rough. You kind of don't get that really till a lot later, which I find it kind of a shame.
Like a la Josie Wales, you get it. But again, it's because Eastwood worked with Leone. He understood what he was doing.
Right.
You're cooler in this house, but it's still hot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're still going to be...
You're not cool. You're cooler.
Yeah, right. Probably 10 degrees cooler. But what are they eating here? I've always wondered.
It looks like squash to me. Squash.
That might be.
And like zucchini or something. Which in the Southwest that they do eat a lot of. They eat a lot of squash with beans and corn. That was like the staple of the.
What was it Trinity or Trinity is my name? Where he eats like the big ass bowl of beans with bread.
Yeah, didn't he like starve himself so he would actually eat?
Yeah, he fasted.
Yeah.
Well, I love this is the second movie that we get to see Lee Van Cleef eat menacingly.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
But this time as the villain, so it's even better.
Yeah.
Gives people heartburn just by eating.
And he dyed his mustache for this.
And other people don't, and people watching don't have to be eating to get heartburn.
No, I was going to say, in the other movie, which is before this, he is a lot more gray.
Well, he's supposed to be older, I think.
Yeah, I think he. It looked natural in the other movie, though. So I think in this one, he died as, everything. He looks good here, though.
Yeah.
And he's looking for somebody.
Yeah.
Snake Plissken.
That little bit of light in his eye.
I was gonna, because he was in that, and then he was in the Octagon.
Yeah. But Travis, you're right. They're using the light to get those, those little dots there, and it gives him a menace and there's a liveliness to his eyes.
Yeah. It's like do you prefer this or like the Kubrick stare thing that Kubrick would do?
I like this more. There's more animation and just the I'm doing something, but and with the forehead down, but with that light there, it just really it makes it look like the eyes are piercingly looking at you.
Yeah. And it's subtle. It's not like
it's not blown out.
Yeah, because
the vampires in that TV show in the 80s. It's not like it's just subtle, and it works really well.
Yeah, it gives you a sense of where they're looking, and really kind of highlights the eyes.
Yeah, because Leone's even doing it for this other guy across the table.
Yeah.
I've never cut bread with a Bowie knife before. It's something I've never done.
Yeah. Don't cheat yourself. You should try it.
Yeah. Try it. Take a big long lick too while I'm at it.
Mm-hmm.
Get some extra iron.
Yep.
It's called the tongue sharpen.
Yeah. Talk about a tone setter for a character, though. Just immediately, you're going to introduce a character, and Oh well, he needs to be a bad guy, so we're gonna have him be a bad guy.
Yeah.
So what he's doing here is he's looking for somebody that was one of the survivors of a battle. So it's supposed to be like the Civil War era right now, and in New Mexico there's a battle happening between the South and the Union over control of New Mexico, and there was a battle and a big strongbox with with the army's pay and money and stuff went missing, and he has a lead. Somebody paid him $500 to talk to this guy who knows where the guy that knows where the box is, what his new name is, because he's using an alias, and that's why Angel Eyes can't find him. So he's looking for this name so he can track him down. And then this guy knows who it is, and he says, "Oh, I'll pay you $1,000 in money and gold nuggets to not kill me and leave me alone." And he's like, "But once I've been paid, I always follow through." So he shoots him, and then he takes the money, and then the guy's son runs down the stairs with a gun, and he gets killed.
I mean, I want to be clear. This woman's probably better off. She can do better than this guy, I think.
Yeah.
She's far more
Yeah.
attractive than he is.
Yeah, far younger
So
too.
she runs in, and then the other younger son, the one that was riding the donkey, comes down, and she faints, and that ends the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And now this guy is waking up, and he was part of the Union Army. The Confederate. Yeah,
and he's using a hired gun to track down
right.
Bill Carson.
The guy that knows where the strongbox is with all the money in it.
Yeah. Angel Eyes is here to report. But unfortunately for this man,
Yeah, he's like, so he tells him that
accepted
he's
the
already
job.
he's already been paid to do a job. So
Right.
I'm afraid I'm going
Well, he's
to have
like,
to...
he gave me $1,000. He didn't really say it, but I'm assuming he meant to kill you.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
So and I always do what I get paid for. So
Yeah,
he puts
yeah.
a pillow over this guy and shoots
This
him
is
a few times.
this is also the one time Angel Eyes uses a Colt Navy instead of his Remington.
Yeah.
Yeah. It always gets me. I mean, imagine back then, there's no ballistics, there's no nothing. You just shoot somebody with your gun. There's no gunpowder residue or anything. It just
Oh well, there'll be residue. It's
no,
black
you know
powder.
what I
He
mean.
looks
There's not
like
like
a
anybody
real-
looking like swabbing your hands for it or nothing. And
He looks
you
like a
just-
real monster here.
Yeah.
You got his mustache on the end curling. His teeth are barely showing. It looks like
Yeah.
fangs.
And the demonic shining eyes.
Yeah. The hair obscuring the ear that makes it look pointy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's what you get for making deals with the devil.
that's true. Even though he's not even near as evil as Tang Indio.
Yeah.
No.
No. He's just doing it for the money.
Your avarice will have no bounds.
Also, if this is 18,
I think they're saying this is 1861. I think is when they're claiming this is.
yeah,
probably later
$1,000
than
is
that.
a lot of money. Hold on.
Well, the problem is the big movements in New Mexico happened pretty early in the war, and then nothing else happens.
Well,
pretty much.
that's all right. They're also in Texas at some
That's-
point
oh,
in this
yeah,
as
that's
well.
true.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
again, geography and time
Yeah,
don't
I
really
mean,
apply to the Italians.
New Mexico and
Yeah.
Texas are technically next to each other, so
I know, but
depending
then
on where in New Mexico you are, you can
Yeah.
easily go into Texas.
Except that they go to San Antonio. The trip
Oh, yeah,
from San
that's-
Antonio
that-
to New Mexico was a
Yeah,
bit.
it's
Yeah.
that takes like a
Yeah.
week or more.
Yeah.
probably to get down there. On
And it
horseback
also
or-
it also looks like they crossed White Sands at one point
Mhm.
too.
yeah, that sand is so reflective. You know, how badly sunburnt and how hot it would get.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it gets so
main
bad,
Civil War battle.
it
Go
makes
ahead.
peanut butter come out on your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's how bad it gets.
Okay,
Yeah.
the main Civil War battles in New Mexico Territory occurred in 1861 to 62, primarily during the Confederate New Mexico Campaign, also called Sibley's New Mexico Campaign, which is, they mentioned General Sibley,
Mm-hmm.
from February to April 1862. First Battle of Mesilla, 25 July 1861, Confederate forces under Lieutenant Colonel Baylor defeat Union troops near Mesilla, leading to the occupation of the area and proclamation of Confederate Arizona Territory. Smaller skirmishes, including around Canada Alamosa. That was September 24th to 25th, 1861, and near Fort Thorne. They mentioned Fort Thorne in this, too. Then the Battle of Valverde and Glorieta Pass, Battle of Albuquerque, and Battle of Peralita.
Valverde, isn't that where Commando happens?
I wish they used more corn.
Near
more
Fort
Cody for the
Craig
score in
along the
that
Rio
movie.
Grande.
And Predator.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Confederate victory, tactical victory, but the Union held the fort, forcing Sibley to bypass it and continue north.
I love the little scam they've got going here.
Yeah.
Like these guys were just gonna, we're just gonna hang him right here. Where's the
You know what
there's
that
no
reminded
tree.
me of? That reminded me of Dragonheart, where he teams up with the knight, and then they shoot him. He pretends like he gets shot with a big crossbow
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
a ballista bolt, and falls
Yeah.
into water, and then
Yeah.
they take the money and do it over and over again. Till the time that he didn't realize that the lake was shallow. So when he falls in there, they all run out to kill him and get meat.
Carve him
They're
up
like,
for meat.
meat,
Yeah.
meat. I'm gonna eat some dragon meat.
It's just the stuff Tuco kills in this movie kind
He
of
does.
is
He
hilarious.
is so good.
You're
Yeah,
all
he winds up being a really good character.
You like call him a son of a pig or something.
Yeah, it starts talking about his mother. It's
Yeah.
he's very thorough.
Yes.
I bet your father was a bastard too. You're all bastards.
Yep, that's him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Photo
So-
evidence right there.
Sibley raised and marched west from San Antonio with around 3,200 troops. Reduced the effective force advancing up the Rio Grande to 2,500. And the Union forces had about 5,000. So yeah, I guess the number of soldiers we see in the scenes are appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did they get this tree, by the way?
I don't know. I know where they got the one in Fistful of Dollars. I don't know where they got this one. Leone definitely had more money to work with for this movie than. than the
They just moved the same tree around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know he stole the tree in Fistful of Dollars.
That tree looks especially like the one that's in the graveyard.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
figure
it
a
does.
town like this would have had an actual like built gallows, unless this was like a notorious hanging tree that they built the town around,
Yeah.
and then they were like,
Yeah.
well, we might as well just keep it. You know,
We know it's just Leone being like what looks cool and or
Yeah.
yeah. I know in Red Dead Redemption 1, there's a hanging tree out near
yeah,
Armadillo.
Hanging Rock. Yeah.
Yeah, hanging rock. Yeah,
If you
he shoots
notice,
their hats off, which
if
is
you-
a very Leone
but if
thing.
you notice when they go to the shots where it's focused on the end of the gun, it's not even. So one, he's using a 66 Winchester with the wood removed, the wood guard removed, so it looks more like a Henry. But then when they have the cuts to the shooting rifle, it's like of a 94 Winchester.
Yeah. No, not in this time.
No. They should have. It would have solved probably some
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure there were plenty that wish they still did.
Yeah. A lot of the guys whose wives were involved in the temperance movement, probably.
Yeah.
This is like the movie has been cut up so many times too now. It's kind of like now it's like you got scenes that are where that one cut that they put the yellow filter all over it.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then you've got the ones where I don't think the director's cut is a big improvement. It's actually mainly because they couldn't even get the actors to come back and dub their own characters.
Oh God, yeah. There's a couple of scenes where it was like, ooh, that's not Eastwood speaking.
Yeah, it's
Is this the whole yippee ki Mr. Falcon kind of dubbing?
it's not good.
It's like the Pee-wee's Big Adventure, where they dub Pee-wee, Paging Mr. Urban.
I love this. He tries to like get him to switch. I'll do the shooting, you do the hanging, and he misses on purpose here. It's funny.
Yeah, to prove a point.
Yep.
Yeah.
This dude.
By
By the way, this is a real army vet that got his legs blown off. So
yeah, I figured World War II.
yeah.
The funny thing is, I don't have any idea what his lips are actually saying because they don't match his words at all.
No.
Nope. They just clearly hired some Italian guy to come and.
I think they just hired a guy who couldn't actually speak. He was just mumbling, speaking nonsense.
Can you mumble for me? I need a mumbler.
I need a mumbler. But he must have no legs. I need a no-legged mumbler.
Yeah, I don't know if this lines up with the timeline. Like, would he have enough time to get his whole body blown in half, recover, and then hang around this town begging? In the amount of time that it's been going on.
No, but remember we are doing with Italians.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it gets. I mean, the whole feel of it is more
blown
like
off last week.
Yeah,
it's
I got better.
This is Leone reacting to Vietnam and war is hell sort of stuff.
Leone only paid me for one leg.
Actually enlisted with no legs.
Yeah.
You gave him half pay.
No. Half soldier.
Yeah.
Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, the hat is badass. I mean, it's like a cavalry style hat, but there's a whole lot of. I'm not sure these uniforms match up, Sergio, but
because the thing about the Confederate uniforms is whatever sort of color band you had around like your collar and stuff generally designated what if you were cavalry or artillery or just an infantryman.
Yeah.
Well, there's Vex complaining about Tony Scott.
Yep, definitely.
Yep.
What are you talking?
Don't. It's in Nick's Discord. Don't worry about it.
I was like, wait, where?
Me and Goodwin have already had to deal with this situation.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying somebody in this picture looked like her or something.
Well, let me look hard enough and I'll find one.
Yeah. It's the white one over here in the white dress. It's definitely her. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's Vex's inner being.
Yeah. Oh, remember when they were reading off all his charges, and he's just
Yes.
like snarling at people?
Yes, I mean the every town the charges get more and more absurd.
Yeah.
There's one where it's graping a white virgin, and I was like,
yeah, graping.
well, that's very specific.
Graping a virgin of the white
and then
race.
it was what?
Of the white race, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he did something.
Statutory grape of an underage woman of the black race.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, he's a completionist, I guess.
Yeah.
Somebody showed him the legal code, and he was like, "Yes, I'm all of them."
Mm-hmm. It's like, I'll get one of each.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be spitting on a Sunday.
Yeah. Probably at his brother too.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You went off and became a priest. I had to go work.
Yeah, Amelia. So the reason he built like these kind of absurd storefronts was advertising, so people could see, what the store was, and this was before we had roadside billboards and things like that. So it was basically your building was your advertising,
and it was also to hide the fact that your building was basically a square box.
Well, I mean that's part of the thing is it's square box, but you build this elaborate front with. Right. Your name on it and all that, and that's the advertising.
And it's to make it look more impressive and everything too.
Yeah. It's kind of like why women wear makeup.
Yeah. But Amelia's going to get all quiet now.
Towns were pretty crazy back then because, like, some of the buildings would be literal tents with
canvas tents
put over it. Yeah, canvas tent. And then, like, maybe only one or two might actually be fully built up with wood, like the hotel and maybe the bank or something.
One thing they're also not showing is the streets would probably be less dusty and more muddy.
More, more manure-y.
Yes.
Yeah.
Between the horses and people emptying chamber pots on the street.
And the occasional cattle drive.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a bit. Is that a bank in the back? That is huge.
The one on the right.
The one. Well,
no, I think the one straight back is that the hotel.
The one on the right says post office on it.
Well, but there's also saloon and all that.
Yeah.
I thought some places the saloon doubled as the post office.
Saloon is down the street though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saloon's got the barber in it too, probably.
Yeah. But usually, from what I heard, is the saloon was the first building to go up in any new town.
Roman.
When the churches started going up, you left.
Donde estás, Senior Outlaw? Why are we mentioning Blood Meridian? I don't think we need to mention Blood Meridian right now.
No, probably not. No.
Vex read like 5 pages of it, and she's like, "I'm not ready for this." And I told her, I was like, "There's some other books you should probably read before you read Blood Meridian."
Yeah.
And she was like,
"You got to ease into that."
Yeah. I was like, "You should read Lonesome Dove first. That's a better especially because I know you like Red Dead Redemption 2. That's like very much more in that vein."
Yeah.
I don't understand people recommending Blood Meridian to Red Dead fans.
I guess to shock them.
Yeah.
Roman, barber, and doctor, same thing.
Yeah. Didn't even need a license back then.
Nope.
Yep.
There was no Englishman going around. You got a license for that?
Oi, you got a license for that? Yeah, barber, doctor, dentist. All one guy.
Yeah. All one chair, too.
Yeah.
And it's in the saloon, That way your pain medicine's right.
That's right. There. Yeah. The anesthesiologist is right over there. Throw him a nickel.
See me when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, barbers really were. Doctors and dentists.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm back.
You had to go see the barber.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Got my tooth pulled out.
Got your tooth pulled out? Yeah.
Well, it's the Old West, so yeah, it really is tooth. It's the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a shave.
Yeah. That's why they called it the tooth.
But they have dentures. They have dentures you can buy
That's true.
Yeah.
at the barbershop too. So.
Made out of horse teeth.
They, had
Right.
they sort of had sunglasses back then too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go see Miss. Wait, what? I thought it said prostitute at first.
I think he's trying to say prostate, but
Oh yeah. It's good they're hanging this vile creature. I mean, we mentioned how Eastwood's not really that good of a guy in this movie. He's also not that blonde of a guy in this movie.
No.
Eli Wallach's face.
He is always giving
Morphs.
fantastic faces all throughout this. I mean, his face moves more than some actors do their entire career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, his face moves more than Eastwood's entire career in this movie.
Yeah, well, Eastwood grimaces a lot, and he kind of he does side eyes and things like that. So he's doing some work, but Eli Wallach, I mean, it's a whole circus going on in his face.
It kind of shows, I think, especially when he's next to Van Cleef and Eastwood, who are sort of known strong, stoic types, and then you have have Eli
the
Wallach.
Tuco's much more animal.
Yeah, just so animated. It's
But he's kind of the animal, passion versus their stoicism.
I mean, he is called the Rat.
Yeah.
That straw hat has seen better days.
It's like, this is where we part ways.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
This is where he earns the good moniker, is abandoning his friend.
I know, exactly. Which was, Tuco told him, if you cross me, I'll get you. And then he goes in and crosses him. Like, I didn't understand why he needed to do that. He could have just went their separate ways. You know what I mean?
Well,
At least there's no mountain lions in Spain.
mother.
Romans.
With their Spanish.
They're Spanish lions.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of getting damn spam risk calls from people telling me I owe taxes. And this is my tax advisor. Well, not saying my name.
I'm sick of getting small business loan calls. I don't even own a small business.
Oh.
Well, it's very, very small. I lost it. Where is it? Let me see if I can check the couch
Let's see
cushions.
if I can find that.
Yeah. I got a call this morning from the hospital. It wasn't for me, but they called me twice, insisting that I was Todd. And I was like, I'm sorry, you had the wrong number.
This
The
is
Something
second time
funny
I wasn't
happened.
sorry.
Something funny happened. My dad was mistook for somebody with the same name who had AIDS.
Oh,
So,
Mm.
so we're like, how's your AIDS? What?
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, my manservant didn't come with me today. What are you referring to? My wife went up to make a payment on the mortgage a few years ago, and then we get a late notice, and I was like, what the heck? And we went, there is someone at my bank who has my same name, and they applied my payment to his, and so hilarity ensued. But
Yes.
you were talking about the hospital. I had to take my oldest to the hospital. One time she was working with some glass and she ended up cutting her hand pretty bad. And so we go into the ER. And so I'm given her name, and they rattle off an address. And I was like, no, that's not correct. And they're like, oh, did it change? And I was like, she's never been here before. there was another person there who had the same birth date and exact name
Wow.
as my wife or as my daughter, but the difference is that her name was Rebecca with 2 C's, while mine is with 2 K's.
I've known a few C's in my day.
Yeah.
And then, some people are on the seafood diet, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah. Roman, there were 2 of them.
You forgot the J.
Clytus definitely did not have his men on the right pills that day.
Yes.
Oh, Amelia, I'll tell you a doppelganger story sometime.
He rules over universes, so I don't know if I don't know if he can be in a wrong one.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. This one's pretty defective.
I know.
Yeah, it is.
I love how they describe this woman. She's a fresh whore in the territory.
Yeah. Meanwhile, 6 guys just kick her out of the wagon and by.
Some might call her spoiled at that point.
Yeah. I don't know. The fresh, she maybe passed her due by date.
Goodness.
Tuco's get up, or at least when he's first introduced, he's got a hole in his cowboy boots, showing his foot because he doesn't wear socks with his cowboy boots.
Yeah,
Which is
That explains a lot, Roman.
it does, yes. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's incentivized in the Roman part of that.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
At least he's not an actor.
Right.
That's
right.
at this point, I'm on team whore at this point.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely know the hierarchy to the
There's
the
less-
prostitutes are above.
He,
They're honest, at least. You
yeah,
know.
there's less pretension there too,
Yeah. They also tend to give the audience what they want.
and they tend to not tell me what I need to believe.
Yeah. Unless you pay extra for that kind of thing.
How's that water taste? A little hoarse.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say, because I just opened a Keystone. This dude, like, I know he probably didn't speak a lick of English, but he was fantastic as this little store owner.
He was.
He needs to say nothing. His face does all the acting.
Yes, it's great.
Yeah. Again, it's Leone with getting these really distinctive characterful actors.
It's kind of weird how Tarantino kind of used to be good at that. Then he just sort of like gave up and just
Yeah.
kept hiring the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
people over and over again.
I love this scene. This is
Yeah.
probably my favorite scene in the whole movie.
Well, you get to see the genius of Colt deciding to move to standardized parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at these interchangeable parts. How nice.
Yeah. And people give Henry Ford all the credit these days.
Yeah.
He just did the assembly line.
I mean, Colt and beer companies were doing this in the 1800s.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah, but
applied it to
mainly
me.
for larger industrial, like automotive stuff. I don't know. Maybe he had really good PR.
Well,
Well,
Ford.
I just
Ford,
love.
Ford builds it for maximum efficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love gun scene. They're well thought out, realistic gun scenes in movies.
Yeah. Now it is kind of funny that Tukos is complaining about revolvers, and I was like, son, what do you think you're going to get?
Yes. I mean, the most unrealistic part is how easily he's taking apart 1851 navies.
Yeah. If you've ever had to knock that wedge out, I can
Oh
assure
my
you,
God.
there's no
You
just
need-
press it out. In fact, if you can just press it out, perhaps you should get away from that gun.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
You need a mallet every single time.
Mm-hmm.
And they suck to clean. There's the reason I don't shoot mine hardly anymore.
Yeah.
They
I
look
have
cool.
a brass hammer to knock that thing out.
Yeah. I mean, one of the greatest ergonomic guns ever, but
Oh.
it's just
It's the easiest point and shoot gun you'll ever
Yeah.
have.
Colt.
Just get it. Keep it clean.
Yeah, well, it's black powder, so good luck.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
But the
Yeah.
best part is when it gets a little too foul, you can spit on your gun and clean it up enough to get it going.
Yep.
Can't do that with.
Yeah.
when did the clean burning powder go in?
So technically, the 1880s.
Yeah.
But
80s.
fully more modernized stuff comes in really the mid 1890s. Because you have the British using cordite forever, and that stuff smells like a fart when it shoots.
Somebody's been shooting in here. Whoa.
Yeah, it was the French.
Yeah, because they did a bunch of military reforms after losing a war.
Yeah, well, there was kind of a race amongst a number of countries to try and come up with smokeless powder. It was the French that get it first, and then immediately butt bumble it by going, okay, we have this super cool smokeless powder. Let's throw it in the crappiest cartridge and gun we have because that's what we have right now.
Yes.
As if somehow the race is for next week instead of years from now.
Yeah, the irony, of course, is that because they did this, they forced every other country to change, try and change their arsenals overnight. But they were the first to adopt it, so we kind of got to give them some credit, I guess.
Yeah, but everybody else actually thinks it through.
Yes, because they have geniuses on there, like Paul Mauser designing their rifles.
Yeah, but I mean, even the cartridges, because the French go, oh, look, we have this 12 millimeter. Let's just neck it down to 8, and it's just ludicrous cartridge.
And we're gonna shove it in a bolt action with a tube magazine.
Yes.
I mean, the label's cool. It's just it kind of gets as soon as it comes out within a year, it's already obsolescent.
Yeah. Well, and then they're stuck with that cartridge through World War One.
Yes.
They're trying to make machine guns use this piece of crap.
Yeah.
That's why the Shoshaw has that Half Moon magazine.
The thing that's even more impressive is that the Half Moon magazine was better than the 30-06 Shoshaws that were made.
Yeah, because again, it was just made. That gun was made to shoot that crap cartridge, and that's it. Although we ended up, finally getting the 30-06 Shoshaws working correctly.
Yeah, and then by that point, they're outdated again.
Well, they were outdated at the time they came out. They were improvised essentially.
You gotta appreciate.
I love Tuco's again. I mean, Tuco is. You look at him and he just looks like a peasant and a slob and all this stuff. But he is clearly dangerous.
Yeah, this is someone who's had to fight for every single piece, every single thing he's gotten in life.
Yeah.
So, but it sort of has made him revolting too, in a way, where it's just like he kind of doesn't care how offensive and gross he is, just because he's had to fight his whole life already.
Right. We see that scene later on with his brother, who's the priest.
Yeah. I just love this guy.
The eyes are fantastic.
His whole face.
And then with the eye shine, because Leone's knows what he's doing, it's...
Yeah.
Oh. And then I love the targets, too. They're Indians.
Yes, of course.
$20. The guy who dubbed him actually did a pretty good job too, where he sounds exactly how this character would sound.
Yeah. The voice matches.
It's like someone cared. Someone clearly didn't care for the director's cut, though.
No.
What the hell were they thinking? The scenes don't even add much in the director's cut. It's a good 40 minutes shorter the normal, I guess the normal cut. Well, I say the normal cut. There's not exactly a small amount of cuts of this movie.
No.
Sorry, I gotta fix something. There's something wrong with the player.
Okay.
No.
You can tell by the look on that man's face there was a problem with the player.
Yeah.
Yep.
There ain't nothing wrong with this player.
Was Leone was he one of the kind of directors that would shoot immense amounts of film? Above and beyond what he ever wind up actually using?
Not that I know of. I mean, he might have, just because he was gonna dub it all anyways. But I don't think he was. Goodwin, would you know more?
I don't really know what because I mean, look, film is expensive, and clearly in the early movies, he's working on pretty small budgets and maximizing what he can get out of it. But this one, he may have had the budget to be able to shoot. But I think the bigger thing is he wanted to make an epic, and upon further review, it was like, nah, we're gonna have to cut this down to get this in theaters and actually have people show up.
Because I know MGM ended up with the rights to this trilogy, and well, ironically, United Artists, who also had the Bond movies at the time too.
Yeah. Well, MGM buys UA when UA is going out of business.
We used to have cool things. MGM used to make cool stuff. I can't remember the last cool thing MGM made.
UA used to make cool things.
It's true.
And then we used to have utter chads like Alan Ladd Jr. and the Ladd Company.
Yeah. Blade Runner.
Yeah, if you saw the Ladd Company, that little green tree logo thing, you knew you were in for something.
Well, it's like when you used to see the Village Motor Show. What was it? The Village
Road Show?
Yeah. Whenever you used to see that before a movie, you're like, ooh, I better pay attention. This could be a good one.
Or TriStar with the Pegasus.
Yeah. This stuff ended within my lifetime, and it kind of sucks.
Yeah, it
I
does.
feel like the last of a generation that got to see cool things before it just was over.
Yeah.
But don't worry, guys. The Odyssey came out, and
yeah, we're saying. Well, in
Fixes
Brand New
everything.
Day.
yeah. I can't be bothered to care about Spider-Man.
Well, they couldn't either when they made it.
No. Well, it's like they did the one thing people were actually asking. Oh no, this is the director's cut scene. That's awful. Because they dubbed it with somebody who's not Eli Wallach. It's not good. We gotta hear only poor people eat potatoes.
He said eating a potato.
Mm-hmm. And then just shoves a whole feathered chicken into a cauldron.
Yeah, Amelia, of course they did. It's Amazon.
Yeah. Who owns MGM?
Who owns MGM? Who owns United Artists?
Yes.
I mean, did Brand New Day had a half of a movie?
No.
No, it's from what I'm hearing, no. They did the thing no one wanted. Everyone was like, let's do another Andrew Garfield movie, but actually a good one. And then they didn't do that.
It also pulled an Arcane Season 2. Remember how in Arcane Season 2, when the things you actually wanted to see were 5-minute music videos?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I didn't watch season 2. I thought season 1 was pretty good. A lot of it was overblown. Silco was the best character in the entire thing.
Yeah, well, season 2 was an absolute train wreck. And yeah, we're gonna start the episode, and we're gonna start with the music video, and you're gonna see all the cool stuff you wish you said, and then the rest of the movie, or the rest of the episode is gonna be crap. That's the movie for Brand New Day.
Yeah.
You start off with a montage of all the things you would like to see, and instead you get Spider-Man.
The perfect meme for our time now is, are you sure about that?
Are you sure about
Are
that?
you sure about that?
You sure about that?
But yeah, just to let people know, a chicken doesn't magically get cleaned when you put it in a pot.
No. I mean, the hilarious thing is he starts to pluck it, and then it's plop. There.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought
you can scald him first.
Right, that's what I was going to say. I thought you could scald them in hot water to loosen up the feathers or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to gut them before you do that.
Yeah, that would be
The
helpful.
last person that I actually talked to about defeathering a chicken that had actually done it was my great-grandmother, and that was in like 1990.
No, I've done it. I raised chickens and butchered them when we lived out in the country.
She said when they went to kill them, they'd tie their feet up to the clothesline, so that and then because if you just cut their head off like her brother would do and let the body flop around on the ground and get all dirty.
Yeah, we'd throw them under a bucket.
Oh, you still have on.
Well, don't they have those little stands you put them in, and it just like
You put them in
suspends
funnels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
and their
can put
heads
them in
pop
funnels
down.
and do
Yeah.
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 I'll own chickens 1,000 times before I ever own a damn sheep in my life, though. I will tell you that. I fucking hate sheep.
They're nasty.
Yeah, it's. Ugh.
Oh, look, maggots in the fur. How nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you decide to roll around in your own shit again. Pigs are cleaner. Honestly, pigs are cleaner.
That's
than
true.
sheep.
Pigs are.
And they're friendlier.
Well,
They
they're
walk-
they're
they
like
walk-
big hairless dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're like thick. Yeah, well, they have hair. It's just.
Yeah. You don't want to be fluffing it and.
Yeah. It's really thick.
I'm
It's
not
like,
a,
it's
I'm not
like
a fan
whiskey.
of mutton or whatever, and I don't
never
like
had mutton.
goat. I don't like goat either, and it has like a
Good.
gamey smell. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like liver either.
I
Traditional.
like
guess-
I like goat better than I do sheep.
Is a
Mutton
pronghorn a
anyway.
goat?
Lamb I like.
Well, it's like a wild kind of goat, sort of. It's
I've
more of a
had
sheep, I think.
pronghorn,
Yeah.
which wasn't bad.
Actually, that's an antelope.
That's,
family. It's kind of all its own thing.
It's kind of more closer to. I find them closer to venison usually.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
antelope. Yeah.
Antelope.
The original barbacoa in Mexico was made with goat. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, if you cover stuff with a bunch of seasonings and then stew it for
Yeah, right.
hours,
Exactly.
Well, I mean,
That's how I was able to-
sear anything over fire. It gets better.
Yes.
When I had haggis in Scotland, that's how I was able to eat it. Is it had a bunch of like spices and everything. I could still taste the mutton or whatever a little bit, but and I was really drunk.
You should go to a Burns night. I think you'd enjoy it. I know Goodwin will know what a Burns night is.
So this is Tuco's in like some kind of cave system or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like a hideout for some
yeah,
guys.
it's like a hideout or something. I don't know if I call it a cave, but it's like a hideout for sure.
Yeah, I think it's like a dead end canyon kind of thing.
Yeah,
Right.
or at least that's what Leone was trying to make it look like. He's
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
Fast rope in.
Leone was kind of the king of working with what he got sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. The goat's expensive here too, Amelia.
There's a reason goat's expensive. No one really eats goats.
Yeah.
I mean, they do. It's just if you're in an area that has a lot of Mexicans, then you can
Yeah, if
generally
I go-
get goat.
If I go about 2 miles from where I live, there's somebody has like a yard full of them.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
I
look,
mean,
the hippies are in town.
yeah,
I was just like, oh
be
look,
careful.
it's an early ZZ Top concert. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
I saw ZZ Top in concert a couple months ago.
I saw 2/3 of them anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Dusty Ricklias got him Bache. But the guy they've got to replace him is really good, and he has a proper beard too. So,
Yeah.
and Billy was, I'm sure you can imagine, was fantastic.
Oh yes.
And Frank Beard, who ironically has no beard.
Yeah.
She does got legs, Amelia. Amelia,
Which horse are you talking about, Amelia?
Hmm.
Which is it?
I'm looking at the Appaloosa in front of me.
Yeah.
Amelia, though, if you want goat, see if there's a Mexican grocery store near you.
Yep.
And they're always nice to you, too. Well, they're always nice to me, anyways. This dude has some wicked teeth, by the way.
He does.
He's not alone in this movie.
Yes. And this is also another scene added from the director's cut, and it's not good.
No.
It's badly dubbed as well.
Yeah. It's like, why did you put this back in the movie?
I think I might be wrong here. The director's cut might have been dubbed by Americans instead of Italians. So they don't know how to do it. because dubbing in American films
there's a lot
have
of
lost. Well, unless they need to ADR something, of course, which they do flawlessly so much, you know.
And that is what Clint Eastwood thought of those cigars.
yeah.
Yeah, he did not like them, even though he made them himself.
So what Tuco's doing is he's going to find these campfires, and then he's finding fresher and fresher fires with cigars.
It's a montage.
Yeah, but when he gets to the last one, it's still, he can like still get some smoke out of it. That means he's got to be like literally 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
So he captures him, and the other guy, he was doing the same trick he did with Tuco with some new kid, and now that he can't shoot him, the new kid's gonna hang and die.
Yeah, oh gosh.
Yeah, and he does say he's sorry. You know,
Sorry,
guys-
Shorty.
Yep.
Shorty, Blondie, it was a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
Francis Fisher should have been in this movie.
It's a different Shorty though, because there was also isn't the veteran with no legs? Doesn't Angel Eyes call him Shorty as well?
He does.
He calls him Half Soldier.
No, his name is like his nickname is Shorty, but he says something about
Maybe.
when he first calls him over or something.
Oh, yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, I'll cede you on that one because I watched this movie today in the background.
Yeah.
I had a lot of stuff to do today, actually. That's why I wasn't particularly active in a certain live chat that was happening earlier today,
Mm,
where people were watching a movie about vigilantes.
yeah.
This was just cruel. I'm going to shoot your canteen. You can't even carry it.
Well, he's lighting his load. You know, is making it easier for him to walk. You know.
And he's got to walk 100 miles. He wouldn't make it. Not in the White Sands without any water.
Yeah.
Oh, you're screwed.
He's no proclaimer. He's not walking 500 miles.
Yeah.
And then Tuco. I love the later scenes of Tuco where he's got an umbrella.
He has a parasol. He gets out a parasol.
Yes.
And he also he's got like 8 canteens of water, which he would need for his horse.
And he washes his feet in the water.
Yeah.
You don't have many Mexicans near you, Amelia. Well, come to America. We'll get that sorted real quick.
Yeah, we can fix that for you.
Yeah.
Just any part.
A pink. Not just any parasol. A pink parasol.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if he got that off a woman of the white race.
It could have been, yeah. It was either that or the underage black girl.
Back then, too, can you imagine what they were considering underage at the time?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, even
You were like, you're 14 and you're already married.
Yeah.
My aunt got married at 15.
Yep.
And that was in the 60s.
I mean, Laura Ingalls from Little House on the Prairie married at 16.
Yeah, well, the other thing is as long as the parents signed off, then you could be underage.
I don't think my grandparents signed off on that marriage.
And her husband was 26. He was 10 years older.
Okay.
But that's how it was back then. You had to have enough. You had to be able to like earn a living and have like, a stake and whatever. Get some money under your pocket.
Well, if the girl had any status anyway. Yeah.
I mean, look at this shot. That's a great shot right there.
Yeah, again, it's very much John Ford.
We only carried very well into that tradition of every shot is a painting, really.
Yeah. Well, and it's also, it's giving a sense of the isolation, out there.
And the scale of
We've got those too, Amelia.
I wish we had less of them, honestly. Just I'll take more Mexicans at this point.
Yeah.
We actually
I have a Nigerian prince who's got a financial offer for me.
And go to America.
Very excited.
My aunt was my uncle was 18 at least, so it wasn't like he was like in his 20s.
We also have pirates.
2-year-old.
So, I mean,
Yeah, we do.
We've got
Yeah.
pirates.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Got quite a few of them right there near your border if you'd like them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can have them.
They're selling movies.
Yes.
They
I am the captain now.
I was about to say.
I'm the copyright now.
Vex, of course, that's where Vex gets all her movies.
Yeah.
I might have been in a watch party with Vex recently where we watched Robin Hood, the 2010 one, directed by Ridley
Yeah.
Scott.
Oh. Well, I know what she was looking for in that movie.
Yes,
Yep.
I pointed out to her 2 instances in that
Oh.
movie,
Oh, she'll double dip.
and of course she went, "That's it."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Yes, it's PG-13, Vex. It's the one PG-13 movie Ridley Scott
The
has ever done."
2010 one? Is that the one with Russell Crowe?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
kind of the weakest. Well, there's a lot of problems with that movie. The only reason to watch it is if you like good costuming and
That had Kate Blanchett in it too, right?
yes, and she's basically the main character.
Yeah.
I enjoy that movie for purely personal reasons. None of the reasons are making the movie good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of potential you could tell with that. There's a good movie buried in there somewhere. Unfortunately,
You're just going to need a hell of a shovel to
yes,
get it out.
because Ridley Scott was the director, and of course,
And Ridley Scott in his I don't give a damn phase.
yeah, it's the beginnings of his "I don't give a damn" phase.
Well,
Well,
then we get Prometheus.
oh God.
You had to remind me of that.
Goodwin's cursing himself for mentioning it at this point.
I think I'm starting to get heartburn. It feels like Angel Eyes is staring at me or something.
He's got a little holder for the parasol. I just
Yeah. Because holding your own paracels for suckers.
What a Chad. At this point,
Exactly.
honestly. That's hilarious.
Just puts it on the pommel of his horse or his saddle. It's perfect.
If Tuco wasn't just like, oh, there he is, his boots with his holes in
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
If Tuco
And the
wasn't
peanut butter.
yes.
Peanut
Yep.
butter on the face.
If
Yep.
Tuco wasn't such a degenerate, he would probably make one hell of a stand-up comedian. Well, actually, never mind. All stand-up comedians tend to be degenerates too. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He may be too pure to be a stand-up comedian.
That's right. He's the Patrice O'Neill of the 1860s.
Yeah.
I love what Bobby Kelly said about all the comedians that were sort of coming up under them at the time. He goes, "We decided to be funny. You guys decided to be famous."
Yeah.
The fact he's wearing half chaps too with those pants.
Yeah,
is-
yeah, right. That's funny.
I wish he kind of
What's
kept the
this?
sombrero throughout the movie. That would have been a nice touch. But
Yeah. They except for Angel Eyes, most of them change clothes quite a bit. Their outfits,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
Tuco. He's in always something different.
yeah. I will say this movie does lend well to my theory that the trilogy is a reverse chronological order.
That explains why he finds the poncho.
Mm-hmm.
It also makes sense because I think the times of the timing of the movies, what year they take place in, goes backwards too.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is sort of I think we can say this is a bit of a contrivance here.
A bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Boy,
yeah.
it sure is helpful that we just happened to stumble on this guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we can begin the real plot of the movie here.
Yeah, well, don't worry, we'll still make some side
Yes.
tangents and.
I've always said this is Leone at his most indulgent.
It is, yeah.
Well, I say that. Once Upon a Time in America is a thing.
It is, but at least there's kind of a through line and you understand why things are jumping around. This one's just, let's go on a road trip and see all of the West.
This feels almost really Scottish, where he just was like, I have an idea, let's go.
Yeah. I'll make it up as I go along.
Yeah, I got the budget to do it this time. We'll just go.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I think Leone's magnum opus really is Once Upon a Time in the West, where it's sort of like he sort of reins in his indulgences somewhat.
Yeah.
It's got a bunch of dead guys on it, except one.
Well, it's a good thing it's the one guy with the eye patch who everybody's looking for. That's still alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have a complaint about our society right now. Why is it that when people watch Clint Eastwood westerns, they watch this one and Unforgiven, and they don't watch any other ones? And I'm just like, you have so much more work to do before you even touch Unforgiven.
Yeah. It's the only ones they're aware of.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why another reason I just have problems with this, just because this sort of became.
But they are fans and experts of Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, they've read the Wikipedia and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They don't talk about his 8 ex-wives at all. I know he's got quite a few ex-wives. It's kind of impressive at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Henry
Well, if
VIII.
they're all like Sandra Locke, I can understand why he keeps cycling through. You would think at some point he would learn, but
Wait, who has 8 ex-wives?
Eastwood's got dude. Look how many wives he's had. It's kind of insane.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, including Sandra Locke, who was pretty crazy.
She's kind of hot, though.
no, she was not.
If you're into gassed up mid, she's the '70s version of Zendaya, really.
She may be less attractive and less talented.
Actually, I don't know. Zendaya would probably have been a supermodel because she looks like what gay men hire as supermodels these days.
Yeah.
Sandra Locke just looked like a hippie.
Yeah. An angry hippie feminist.
Mm-hmm. That didn't know
Okay,
the
PDF files hire to be supermodels.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're listed as spouses, which means he was married to them. Maggie Johnson, 1953 to 1984. Dina Ruiz, 1996 to 2014. Divorce. Partners, Sandra Locke, 75 to 89. So that overlaps. Maggie
yes.
Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Frances Fisher,
Mm-hmm.
1990 to 95. The heck she's been in? Unforgiven, Titanic, True Crime. 1990 to 95. Christina Sandera, 2014 to 2024, her death. He has at least 8 children, including Kyle, Allison, Scott, and Francesca. He had a music career?
Mm-hmm. He was a jazz musician.
Yeah.
Vocals and pianos from 63 to 24. I had no idea.
He wrote the score for Unforgiven.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, that's his kid. I was like, all right.
He's a pianist as well.
Yeah.
Whoa. Can we say that?
He's actually a really talented individual for all the.
I didn't even realize that Sandra Locke had died.
I bet Eastwood's relieved.
Yeah.
2018, she was 74.
Thank God he finally quit putting her in movies, though. That was a nice.
And then she was married to some dude named Gordon. Married in 1967. I don't see anything about a divorce.
Well, it's
She was
Hollywood.
with Clint Eastwood from 75 to 89, and then Scott Kuneen from 90 to 2001.
It's Hollywood, man.
Yeah.
What's the movie where he's got to take a armored up city bus to City Hall?
That's the Gauntlet with
Gauntlet,
Sandra
yeah.
Locke.
Yep.
Mm.
Okay.
Yep. And then we do Josie Wales, then Every Which Way But Loose, and Any Which Way You Can.
Bronco Billy, I remember watching that movie.
Bronco Billy, yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the man that everybody's looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Ben Carson.
You know, we talk crap about him putting Sandra Bullock in movies, Goodwin, but that was actually a pretty good run for Eastwood there with Josie Wales in Any Which Way movies.
It's in spite of rather than because of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I've got gold. I know where there's lots of gold. Water, please. See, I could dub stuff.
Yeah.
Jacob the Iron Dubber.
Yes.
Little dubstep.
Well, dub roll, but that was a poor joke. I'm sorry, I
I
couldn't.
love that. Don't you die on me. I'll get you water. Yeah, you stay right there, Ben Carson. I'll get it for you.
Yeah,
Suddenly, I love you very much. You're my best friend.
he's such a scumbag.
Yeah.
The dialogue in this movie, like is actually really impressive when you consider it's translated from Italian to English, and these guys are having to perform it and make
I just love the look on his face when he realizes, oh no.
This was a little bit
You
of
get away
I was
from
like,
him.
what did he teleport down there? He could
Yeah.
barely move.
No.
Listen, we don't need.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
He was
Listen.
lulling him into a false
Yeah.
sense of security.
That's right. And what are
Now,
you?
I did think that was going to happen. Like, I thought he was going to stand up and, like, knock him out or something.
I just love the throw. That was that was just. I don't think he did for this one, Amelia. Well, no. Ooh.
I think he did because there's a lot of it's just put in the same music again kind of thing.
Right. It's not specific to a scene.
Yeah. It's not. It doesn't have that kind of time to the event. Like
I do have to
It's
say-
good music, though. That's the
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
It's good music.
The peanut butter on his face looks really good as burns.
He looks like your girlfriend before she blends it in.
Yeah.
I also wonder in the Good, Bad, the Ugly song where it goes, what? If that's like a person's voice or an instrument.
It's a person's voice.
Yeah, I
actually.
thought it was.
Yeah.
Because I've seen
yes.
it performed on orchestra, and they have someone doing the voice for it. Now, I know, I think it was Once Upon a Time in the West, because they're dubbing over everything, Leone would actually play the score while they were shooting scenes, so the actors would get a feel for what's going to be happening while the scene is going on. And because, of course, he's dubbing everything, he doesn't have to worry about the sound problems of that.
And then Tuco's like, oh, you're like a brother to me. Don't die.
Did Morricone ever do a bad score that you can think of?
No.
I'm
Not
trying
really.
I'm trying to think of one. I can't.
So the ones that I've heard, I haven't heard a bad one. And I know I haven't heard all of it.
Good thing he had all that water, for the horses.
Yeah. Vinyl. It's the vinyl countdown.
The final count.
Oh, well, there went the stream. Oh my gosh! Wasn't this? That was the coffin maker in Fistful of
Was it?
Dollars.
Yeah.
Oh, he does. Yeah, he looks very familiar.
He's the beard.
Yeah.
He's trimmed the beard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now we just need the crazy guy that lived next to the train.
Yeah.
Choo 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 twee. It's the damn trains, I tell you.
So Tuco knows exactly where to take him.
Mm-hmm. Was this the first Western to try and do like the war is hell thing?
I mean, this one's probably the most like explicit. I'm trying to think.
I mean, you always had like a scene in like westerns in the 50s where some young officer who had a really bright future ahead of him dies, but that's sort of kind of all you get as far as that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like Hondo comes to mind immediately with
Yeah. I mean, you I guess you get like a parallel to it in The Searchers.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, a lot of movies about, if they're specifically about the Civil War, were like the heroicness of it, not the blood and guts of it.
Yeah.
Josie Wales definitely does a war is hell thing, at least
a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And then the aftermath of war, where you have all of these people that are, kind of cast adrift.
Like that's kind of one reason. The final episode of the Pacific is one I really love because you kind of get the aftermath of like these guys are coming home and they're not exactly all, it's not all peaches and roses for them.
Yeah.
It's like they get home and it's like all the parades and celebration of the war ending.
Well,
and
it's like
the war's still with them.
Well, in particular with like someone like Sledge, he comes home in 46 because he had to be stationed in China for like a year.
Yeah, a lot of them don't come home immediately. I mean, you have a lot of them that are still in.
So when he comes home, they're just like, "What are you doing here?" It's like, "Why are you still in your uniform?"
Or you're stuck in the occupation of Japan.
Yeah, and
But this is good. This scene here as they walk through the word here.
Yeah. You got all the wounded. And...
There's something about Italians with the camera, man. They have like a natural instinct for it, I swear.
This building needs some serious repairs.
Well,
or upkeep or something.
Welcome to a mission that was probably built in the 1500s. It's 300 years old.
And it doesn't look like they're rolling in money right now.
Yeah, not exactly.
Actually, isn't this supposed to be San Antonio?
Oof.
I think that's what they said.
It wouldn't surprise me. Oh, man. I mean, these aren't even priests. These look more like monks than they do priests.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a monastery probably.
Yeah.
Because I don't see there's no women there at all.
Yeah.
And I think that monk is the guy from The Name of the Rose before he developed an eating disorder and ate everything.
Oh, that's
the one that was a heretic. That was
yeah. That's a fantastic movie.
Dulcinite.
Yeah, that's a really good movie.
You know what, Goodwin? I had an epiphany when I watched that. I was thinking about that movie the other day, and I was just like, anyone who thought Sean Connery wouldn't work as Gandalf didn't see Name of the Rose.
Yeah.
Because if you saw the Name of the Rose, you'd be like, oh.
Yeah, that could work. Absolutely.
Because I think the problem is too many people, when they think of Connery, they think of meme Connery.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing with like when you talk about Star Trek and everybody thinks Kirk is just flying sidekicks, and it was like, no,
Yeah.
he's actually a lot smarter than Picard in most of those episodes.
Yes, absolutely.
The makeup here was a little bit.
Oh, it's so over the top.
I almost I still like it though. That's
So this reminds me very much of the old man makeup that we would put on people, like for the stage, and it's tissue paper and like sugar water or something, or that it dries out and ends up being like all wrinkled, but it'll stick to your face.
I kind of like that. That kind of. We should. Well, there's a lot of things we used to do that we should probably look into more when it comes to film, but
Yeah.
because nowadays they just use some sort of CGI and. Actually, I shouldn't even say that because there are great makeup artists still working.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why they're not used more.
Because we just want to shoot and
Yeah.
minimize the inconvenience to the pampered stars.
Yeah.
I mean, again, go do the Elephant Man again and see how that works out.
Oh. That would be. Well, they'd just hire Andy Serkis to do it.
Yeah, they just mocap it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to say, I've been out in the sun quite a bit. Never ended up looking like this.
Yeah. Now, my uncle has full on like the glass eyes look because he's been out in the sun because he's a cowboy and he's been out in the sun his whole life.
Yeah.
And he's 80. I think he just turned 82 this year. And he's not wearing his glasses as much anymore, actually. So he's got full on, like, when you look at like those old pictures from the 1800s where the farmers had all the glassy eyes, he's got that.
Yeah.
It's kind of spooky to look at when you see it in real life compared to just a picture. Especially because so many people don't have that anymore.
Well, the other thing is a lot of those that worked out there ended up with cataracts,
Yeah.
so they'd get the milk eyes.
Yeah. My grandfather had cataracts. I think he got it fixed a couple times before he ultimately, passed away.
Yep. Had both of my lenses replaced 3 years ago.
Oof.
So I had fast growing cataracts.
I thought about getting the LASIK done, but I'm just like, nah. I don't know why. I thought about getting it done, but just nah.
The problem is like if you get like LASIK, okay, well, if you're farsighted, then you get it for short-sighted, and the issue is that when the presbyopia fairy comes to visit you, you're screwed. And if you get your eyes adjusted for long focal length. Again, when presbyopia shows up, it screws with the with your lenses. So
What's the
Yeah, I just wear glasses. I don't mind glasses at all.
well, I get tired of them sometimes. There's some days I just get tired
I
of
don't
them.
do contacts.
I do
I tried them one
contacts.
time. They killed my eyes, and I was like,
You
just
should
wear
try
glasses.
you should try dailies. Dailies are a lot lighter and they're a lot easier on your eyes.
I will admit it was probably 1996 when I tried
Yeah.
when I tried contacts.
They've gotten a lot better even since I've started wearing them.
at least those were soft. My grandfather started when they were glass.
I
Hard
remember when my
contacts,
mom had glass ones. We were somewhere, and I was a little kid, and she goes, she goes, my lens popped out of my eye. Can you look for it? And I had to look around on like this like airport carpet, where it's a real short like, but I looked and I found it.
Yeah.
She kind of just wiped it off with like a cloth she had and popped it back in.
No, Amelia, we're talking about presbyopia and all that stuff.
Yeah. I can. You know what? Those would be the glasses you would have, Roman.
Yeah.
I imagine you keep them next to your pipe, next on your nightstand.
I have a set of, well, I have like several sets of Ray-Ban Club Masters that I used to wear.
Yeah.
Helps you master the club.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking for the Ass Masters, but they didn't have it.
Mm. You wanted boob masters anyways.
Yeah, obviously. Oh, I already am. I didn't need the glasses for that.
Was it this scene or was it a little bit later? It was like, you have no hope now.
Yeah,
Might
this
as
is
well
the one
tell
where
me.
he's like, I have to tell you the truth. It was so close.
You're so close. You're not gonna make it.
You're not going to make it.
So you might as well tell a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. 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 Good night, Amelia.
Oh, night, Amelia.
And then this is when he meets his brother, isn't it? And it's oh no,
Yeah.
it's oh we met. Well,
No, he meets him. This is when
Yeah,
he goes
yeah,
in.
yeah,
He has to go through that really small door to get to see
Yeah.
him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because his brother just got back.
Yeah. This is where we learn that his brother is like the head priest of this whole place. And he talks about how there were two paths to like not being poor
Yeah.
from the family they grew up with. One was to join a priest, the other was to become a bandit.
Yeah.
Also, isn't his brother the guy from For a Few Dollars More?
Yes.
Yeah, he's in the other two movies.
Right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
No, oh, he's in one of the. He's in For a Few Dollars More.
Yeah.
He's also in The Great Silence and in Death Rides a Horse.
Mm.
He plays the main villain in Death Rides a Horse.
Mm.
That's a western that doesn't get mentioned enough these days, I think.
Yeah.
Another Van Cleef one.
You can tell his brother's like, you bum.
I am disgusted by you until you slap me, and then I'm curiously aroused, and I apologize and call your name.
So he's saying he's a woman?
Possibly, yeah. Tuco gives him the Sean Connery, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, all
everything's
of a
back in
sudden.
order.
Didn't Connery get busted cheating on his wife in the 80s or something? He was like, I shouldn't have done that. It was shameful. I was like, yeah, I bet that's what was going through your mind at the time before you got caught.
I'm going to lose half my stop.
She stayed with him. That's the.
I better apologize for that.
Oh, goodness, it'll be worse. Now she will get the last word.
Right. We moved from Monaco to the Bahamas. She seemed happier then.
Yeah.
Now he has to have a mannequin in his closet to slap when
Yeah.
he feels like slapping somebody.
Exactly, yeah.
So
Yeah, he lost his slapping rights.
Yeah. He should have used the fist of Antioch.
Yeah, that's right.
yes. Funny thing, Sean Connery plays a monk.
Yeah. And in The Name of the Rose. William of Baskerville.
But he can still slap people because he's still a monk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's casting the demons out.
That's right.
is the
Unfortunately, Christian Slater didn't listen.
No.
Instead, he did much more cocaine.
Fun.
And Star Trek 6.
He wasn't. He wasn't. What's it? Fuck.
language.
Tony Scott. Yeah,
Language.
yeah. Sorry, the Tony Scott
Yeah.
movie. Tony Scott movie. Why am I with Patricia Arquette?
Oh, yeah, it's True Romance.
Yeah, True Romance. I knew there was a True. I was like, why am I about to say True? I know it's not True Lies.
No.
It's a better film than True Lies.
Yes, by a lot.
This would be a bad time to go masquerading in as a soldier.
No, it's fine. They'll be meeting some people that are in gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
No, it's fine.
What's funny is I think Lee was not as big of a celebrity in the early 1860s. Well, he was not the leader of the Confederate Army at the time. That's for sure.
No, this is when he was the. They teased him about being the general of shovels or something like that because he was building the defenses,
Yeah.
and
Right.
If you want a what if of history, Lee was offered command of the Union Army. By
yes, he
Lincoln.
was. Yep.
I mean, this is such a good twist here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way Tuco runs his mouth. I love it.
Yeah.
Hooray for the Confederacy! Hooray for General Lee! Oh wait, no. He goes, "Hooray for General." What is it? Lee.
Yeah. Lee.
God doesn't favor idiots. Is what
Yeah.
he would say.
Yeah, right. I can just see Sergi. I can just see him saying, "No more dust. More
Yeah,
dust.
I'm gonna need more dust. Yeah.
More dust."
Yeah.
I mean, there are stories of cavalrymen riding across Arizona with their barrels pointed up in the air, and by the time they get done, their barrel is filled with sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Plugged barrel.
Now, how true those stories are, I'm sort of, I don't know. I don't know these days. Some sand
Well,
probably
if you-
got in some barrels, that's for sure.
Here he is, the third brother.
But that's the reason why the pistol like this guy has on, why it has a flap over it, is to keep like dust and dirt and stuff out
Yep.
of there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And here's the third brother here.
Yeah.
The guy who's
Kind of like the thing. Why did David pick up 3 rocks when he fought Goliath? For the other 2 brothers.
Oof.
Yeah. What
So,
did,
yeah,
what
they
did they
go to
call this? What did they call this?
Oh,
It was
It's one of the big ones.
it was something Bill, but it started with a D, I think, like Dannerville or something like that. And my wife was like, "Oh, is that from some other movie?" And I was like, "No, that's Andersonville. It's much worse."
Yeah,
Yeah.
They do talk about Andersonville. in
well,
this
I
movie.
don't think Andersonville. They called it Betterville.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Andersonville was in back east.
Yeah, it's in Georgia.
Yeah, it's a Confederate prison camp for Union soldiers.
Right.
Oh, it was Hell on Wheels. Hell on Wheels. Andersonville comes up.
Yeah, because the Swede was a prisoner
Yeah, the
there,
Swedes there. Yeah,
and he learned how to make them numbers add up.
yeah.
Sorry, guys. It's stuck.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna have to leave early. I'm afraid.
Oh,
Oh no!
sorry.
Yeah, But you guys carry on and decide amongst yourselves which one of you are the good and the bad and the ugly.
I'm the ugly.
Okay.
I'm self-aware enough.
Yeah.
I'm the bad.
I'm bad. I'm evil.
Jacob is obviously the good.
Yeah,
Are
that
you
goes
sure?
All
without
the good
saying.
that he
Oh, yeah.
does with his memes.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
You hear about that?
Yeah. He's good at the memes.
Yeah. Well, good to have you,
His
Goodwin.
face on everybody.
Glad you could come
Yeah,
on.
man, it's always good to be on.
Mhm.
too.
No, it was great, and being able to sit down and rewatch this again. I mean, it's always.
I mean,
it had been too long, and
you can't go 2 hours on this movie because of the 40 minutes.
no,
extra,
I mean it's
you know?
it's a 3-hour movie. This thing is a monster. I remember we were watching it, and I turned to my wife, and I was like, "Ooh, this one might be rough."
Because we gotta spend 10 minutes on a duel at the very end of the movie.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, that is the one thing is that he's not in a rush, and the great thing about that is the tension, as you just
Yeah,
kind
the
of
build,
both in the characters, but also in the audience. Because you okay, well, it's going to be done when this is nope, and you just keep going, and you're like, uh-oh, and it's just building that anticipation, and then here we go, bang, bang, bang. But yeah, no, it was great being here, and enjoy covering the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys
Take care,
when next you call.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yep. Have a good night, guys.
Later.
Adios.
You-
All right, we'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
All right. So
Sorry,
they
I'm gonna
march
bite.
him into this prison camp. And now keep in mind, right, that between the two, the Union only has 2,500 soldiers in the whole entire theater of war, and the Confederates only have 5,000. So the numbers that are here might be accurate to how many prisoners were taken, but it's kind of looking a little big to me. Hold on, I'm trying to look it up.
Yeah, the first horrible POW camps. I mean, were there any other wars before this that had to house so many prisoners of war?
Not in America,
Yeah.
that's for sure. Right. And the big problem is they didn't have the resources allocated to provide for them.
Right.
But this is also when they thought that big battles, the war was going to last 4 months, and each side thought they'd win easily.
Yeah, we'll be back by the weekend.
So 500 became prisoners.
Okay.
Most became prisoners when Colonel Edward Canby took the Confederate hospitals in Santa Fe and Albuquerque during a retreat. Additional prisoners were taken from stragglers and dropouts along the route through the desert. The Battle of Apache Canyon, part of the Glorieta Pass fighting, Union forces captured a significant number of Confederates, described in some accounts as a large portion of the engaging force. Several dozen to a few hundred at Valverde. However, the much larger, more commonly figure is roughly 500 Confederates captured by the Union. These numbers, late military. Kit Carson.
There was like 300 people in
my
that shot.
goodness.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It looks like a lot, but maybe this is like all of the captured guys here thrown together.
I mean, I don't know how many troops they had guarding these guys, but man, they could have easily overrun the guards.
Right. But they're probably all hungry and malnourished
Hungry,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. They've been getting walloped the
Yeah.
entire time.
Yeah.
I mean, everywhere these characters are going, there's like literally probably, what, like 30, 40 wounded soldiers in every spot.
Yeah.
I apologize for that. My bladder decided to
Oh,
remind
you're
me it
right.
existed.
Hey, Adam, good to see you.
Hey, Adam.
Oh,
Hey.
Adam Gray here? It is Adam Gray. I hope Adam Gray's doing well. I know he had a hospital trip he recently had.
Yeah. Glad you're back from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully this is the time when if I was in the military, it'd be a joke about having a sex change surgery at the hospital.
Oh, I mean, and just imagine this. You know what your meals are going to be. You got to sit there and suck on hardtack while you're marching.
Yep.
Because guess what? They're not going to feel like cooking it and soaking it up with something. There was actually a meal that was sort of typical of Union troops in particular at the time. They'd take the fat from salted pork, and they'd sort of have the hardtack soak up render the fat of salted pork and cook hardtack in that to soak it up and soften it up.
Yep.
They wouldn't even.
Didn't they call it Hellfire Stew or something?
Yes, that's what they called it.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was known to be a little rough.
And somehow Angel Eyes got himself made a sergeant.
Well, I think the uniform belonged to a sergeant, and he just decided to borrow it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just showed up there with his gang. He has a gang that are robbing all the prisoners and funneling all the money out.
There didn't need to be an outlaw gang there to do that.
No.
Yeah. And then the Union commander that wants the prisoners treated well, but he's got a gangrene leg that hasn't been removed for some reason, so it's killing him.
Yeah, this is another weird thing of like, why is he in command? Of a prison camp with weird. I'll just say that.
Well, he probably got put in command because he got injured, and that's the best use for him, maybe.
I know, but there was generals who lost limbs in the war.
Oh yeah.
Got a little too close to the fighting. Of course, we were dealing with full-on rifles by this war. There was no more muskets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were muzzle loaders, but they were rifles.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were accurate.
And
that's one thing they kind of talked about. This was, I think, a lot of the guys who had obviously served in like the Mexican-American War, and then when they came to serve in this war, they remarked how little bayonet wounds there was compared to previous wars.
Yeah. Also, more deadly.
Yeah.
Rounds, too.
I mean, bone shattering is literal. So that's another reason they amputated so many limbs, is just because
there's not much to work with.
There's nothing to save. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't have this guy's leg off already.
Yeah, I mean, especially because a gangrene, like the fever from this will make you nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, they clearly show no one's listening to him anyways. But yeah, this feels very much like Leone. Just he wants scene, so he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
What a pretty little trinket for a man to own.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I keep forgetting this movie's 3 hours long.
Yeah. We can skip more faster. So.
It's
Well, this scene is really good.
yeah, this seems
This is
really
one
good.
of the
Really good.
more scenes that people talk about being well shot, well acted.
And it was a pretty big. I mean, how many torture scenes were you seeing in the 1960s?
Yeah. Not many.
Yeah.
Right. So Tuco knows. So the guy on the carriage was the guy that Angel Eyes was looking for.
Right.
Tuco knows where the money was buried, but he doesn't know what grave it's in.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Tuco knows the cemetery. Blondie knows the grave.
grave, right? So, but now Angel Eyes doesn't know that yet. He thinks that Tuco knows all of it, so he's going to torture him for all of it. Basically, it's not necessarily torture. It's not like they're pulling his teeth out or something, or just beating him up.
Yeah.
More like an interrogation.
I mean, they're about to pop his eyes out.
well, yeah, but it's not like a medieval thing where he had like a bunch of tools laid out or something like other scenes that you see. You know.
If you want to still see, you'll tell us where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably one of my favorite torture scenes in any movie is from The Dictator, where he lays out the torture stuff and then he just makes fun of his torture implements.
Because he's like, this is all out of fashion.
Yeah.
Did you get the spray shield?
Yeah.
It didn't come with one. It's like, I wouldn't be wearing that shirt if I were you.
Were you? Yeah. That was it. Yeah, what did he say? Would you get this from the Shah of Iran's yard sailors? Yeah.
It's been banned in so many countries because it's been dubbed too safe.
Yeah, too safe. Yeah.
You're gonna get these guys to.
Yeah, and they're all crying
Right.
because
They make him
know
play
what's happening.
music and sing so that it covers up the sound of him beating him up.
Yeah. His walnuts won't be cracked. Well,
No. That we know of. I mean, I don't know what all they did. You're thinking of Casino Royale.
oh,
Yeah. Didn't care for that movie either.
no,
It's not my 007.
it's like between him and I don't like the direct. Like I don't like any of the direction in that movie too.
Yeah.
Like compared to like it's very sloppy camera work.
I don't hate Daniel Craig. I just don't like him as 007.
Yeah,
Right.
I've seen him in other roles where he nails it and he's great. But Bond is just not.
Yeah. What's that movie? Where he's like a drug dealer or something.
Oh, Layer Cake.
Layer cake. Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah,
in,
Good in that.
he's good in Logan Lucky too. If you guys have seen that, that's a Steven Soderbergh movie.
Yeah, but after I saw Layer Cake, I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna be a good Bond, and just didn't deliver.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
Like-
Well, I don't like that they casted Judi Dench as M again because it's a totally different character from the Brosnan Bond to the Craig Bond.
Yeah. They should have
think he's
recast
sort
for
of-
that.
Because like she's concerned about him and she's like kind of womanly behaving instead of like
Yeah,
the stern woman she is in the Brosnan movies.
yeah. It's a mommy daddy dynamic.
Yeah, I didn't like
Yeah.
it. It all sucked. I didn't like the way it went. It was lame.
Unfortunately, he
It
had
didn't
that
feel
great.
like Bond to me at all.
Yeah.
Well, they switched it. They made it. I don't know. They made it.
Well, it was originally going to be a Brosnan Bond, but it was going to be directed by Tarantino.
Ooh,
Oh, that sounds awesome.
and Tarantino is a noted big fan of the Casino Royale book, and he was going to write the adaptation. Obviously, because in Casino Royale is the first book, so the Bond is not quite an old Bond in that, but he was going to, sort of work that because he loves Brosnan as Bond too. But the whole project fell apart. With I don't know what exactly happened there. There was a few 2000s Tarantino projects that fell apart.
Yeah.
Here we go again. He's showing the close-up shots.
Leone special right here.
Look like real people.
Yeah.
Tell the look of pain on their faces is real. Looks real.
Because to them, one of their brothers is being tortured.
Yeah, beaten.
He kind of almost looks like a young Fess Parker with no chin.
Yeah. But if they knew who the guy actually was, they would be like, "Go ahead, you can do it. Go ahead."
Oh yeah, that guy deserves it.
Yeah.
Especially because he's wearing the uniform and everything.
They probably stopped playing so they could listen to it.
And he just smokes his pipe with no real emotion. And finally he tells him, but he says that Blondie knows the name where it's buried.
Yeah.
But he treats him completely different. He's like, here, put this clothes on. Because he knows that no matter how much he tortured him, he'd never tell him.
Yeah.
So.
But he even says, he goes, it's not because you're any tougher, it's because you're smarter.
Right. Because if he told me, I'd just kill you.
And that's what's so smart about it. He doesn't just torture. He's not torturing because he enjoys it. He just wants the information.
Yeah. Well, he is sort of
he might enjoy it on a certain level.
He is pure, almost, he's a very pragmatic character. He's not Indio, where Indio clearly enjoys cruelty for the sake of cruelty.
Right.
He's very much ends to a means.
He's got a purpose for it.
Yeah.
And uses it when it's necessary.
Yeah.
And doesn't use it when it's not. Yeah, make sure you don't get the prisoners dying behind us.
Yeah. Obviously, a bit of a. Of course, you really start to see his commentary on stuff as the '60s goes on with Vietnam and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then they got to get on the train.
Yeah.
Didn't he break out the toilet hole? Isn't that right?
Sort of. He has to go to the bathroom, and he
tells him he has to go pee, and then he basically pushes them both off of the train.
Yeah, I can't go where you want.
Yeah.
And that stuntman definitely blows out his knees.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And somebody got busted up pretty good.
Yeah. Need a new stuntman. And that's how that short guy lost his legs.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's got hammered in half.
Yeah.
He was going to try to steal his gun, but this guy was wise to it.
Yeah.
So then he's like, I gotta go pee. And depending on which way the train's going, all those guys sitting on that other thing back there is gonna get pee all over him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It probably would have kept him in the back. Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh man, that's
Onto
That
some
hurts.
rocks. They couldn't have
Yeah.
cleared that out. you
Yeah.
know?
Realism, man.
that had to hurt. If that was, if there's at least one real dude there, if not two. They
Yeah.
might have used a dummy for the. But oof,
The part where
That's
he
rough.
puts the body on the tracks and has the train run over the chains, that's a dummy because that gets dragged and
Yeah, yeah.
mutilated.
so they might have already had the dummy for that. So they've gone ahead and just like do some fancy cuts and stuff to.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's-
but one of the guys at least had to be a stunt guy.
Yeah, one of them has to be a stunt guy. That's the.
No, Eli Wallach is actually in the scene. He nearly
Oh.
gets his head taken off by one of the train stairs.
No, I'm talking about when they jump out of the train.
Oh yeah.
Jump. Yeah.
Jumping out of the train.
Here,
yeah.
Here, yeah, that's really him. I remember hearing that story. Obviously, that's not a real guy underneath there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can see it now with the pause. It's a
Well-
dummy.
That part might be it. They drove it slowly over him, and then sped it up, right?
Yeah, that was definitely doable back then.
Yeah.
They did that sort of thing all the time.
Right. Now this is the dummy, right here.
Yeah, you can see he's not fat. He doesn't have
Yeah.
a big old
Yeah, no.
pot belly. Of course, we don't fat shame. We're Americans. We don't judge.
Look how close that step
Yeah,
is.
and now if he
Yeah.
would have lifted his head, all those like tubing and
How
little stuff hanging down.
there is no way in Sam Hill they would get an actor to do that now, unless it's Tom
No.
Cruise.
You would never get insured for the film.
Oh
Yeah.
no, for sure. Well, if you said they were going to use the actor for that stunt, for sure.
Well, now they would just CGI it. So
Unfortunately,
It would be
yeah.
terrible.
You would, yeah.
they're executing some guy for treason or spying or whatever in front of somebody's
Yeah.
front yard. Then they gotta,
Overkill.
They made him carry his own coffin.
yeah.
I mean, these are 50 caliber bullets. These are going right through the body and right through the buildings behind it.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't exactly look like many people are home,
No.
but traditionally this sort of thing was done out in a field where there was never going to be a risk of something like this, or against a stone wall. But stone walls aren't exactly common in the States,
Well,
especially at the time.
I like how they're lighting off all this artillery and people are with like 10 feet from it and not getting killed by the
Yeah.
shrapnel.
Yeah, all the mortars and artillery and
Yeah,
everything going
yep.
on. Did you know the first submarine, successful submarine kill against, where a submarine takes out a ship was by the Confederate States Army
Yep.
against
Yeah,
a
with the
Union ship.
with the Hunley.
Yeah.
Yep. And then it sank on the
also
way back.
sank, but
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
learned about that in sub school.
And the theory was perhaps the explosion killed him, but what they believe now is it was actually successful. And what happened is they ran out of oxygen and passed out
yeah.
in the sub.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But how
Something
in-
happened on the way back. Maybe a valve failed.
Well, I don't think they ran out of oxygen. I think because they didn't quite know.
Right. Well, Travis be down there cranking that center shaft. With no light, all they had was a little candle
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and in like a box near the top.
Yeah, and there was like a little hatch that was like at water level, so every time you opened it, water would come in.
I mean, how insanely brave do you have to be
Yep.
to like get in that?
Gosh.
Yep.
Too
They
claustrophobic
had
for me.
that. They converted a captured Union ship into what is it? The Virginia?
Yeah, the Virginia.
Yeah, it was Ironside, and then you had the Monitor,
The first battle between
first rotating turret.
the first battle between
Yeah,
what we
ironclads.
yeah well yeah. Now you know where the Monitor is, right?
It sank off the coast of like North Carolina, didn't it?
It's sank off the coast of Alabama
Alabama. Okay.
because it was involved in some weight war. It got it hit a torpedo. So the old definition of torpedo basically meant any bombs in the water.
Wait, are we talking about the same? Because I thought it sunk in a storm because that shows shallow draft that it got
It
swamped.
was,
It was trying to go somewhere.
you know,
And the storm hit.
you might be right, and it might be another
Oh, I thought
another.
that was a
It might have been a sister
riverboat.
ship.
That happened to a riverboat too.
That hit a torpedo.
No, it was so shallow
Because that was the
that
big thing they noticed
a
about
wave took it out.
the Monitor was how it just does. Not a lot of the ship was actually above water,
It wasn't. It was designed that way to make it a harder target to hit.
but it
But it made it unseaworthy
Yeah.
in rough seas, and yeah, it got swamped and sank.
It's
I watched a
hilarious.
video recently about like the whole cross section of it, how many decks it had, and everything, and the way the engines worked were really cool.
yeah, fascinating.
Yeah, because it was a side-to-side reciprocating engine and not an up and down to save room. It had all this like complicated steam gearing and valving in it. It was for its time. It was pretty revolutionary.
Well, like, clearly other countries, especially Britain, was working on concepts, of a similar manner. Now, of course, after this, the British will outpace us quite considerably on the.
Well, that's because
Ironclad.
the Civil War was over and we didn't need to.
Yeah.
The war put so much pressure on to innovate, is why
Yeah.
it was accelerating like that.
So governments were willing to take risks on designs and try and pump as much out
Look
there.
at the Crimea right now.
Yeah. Because like a lot of the stuff that we all heard this stuff growing up. Oh, this was the first war with photography, and all that sort of stuff. And it was like, no, all this stuff was already going on in Crimea. But the ironclad stuff you can point, and the submarine kill by the Hunley you can point as massive naval innovations that both sides.
But I mean,
did
look
during
at
the war.
look at Ukraine today with like the drones. How far that's come.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? To where
we are seriously looking at developing anti-drone technology now because of it.
if we don't already have it, we're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Better stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they were literally issuing like over and under shotguns on the front of Ukraine to help try and take out drones.
Yep. Yeah, it's like clay pigeons. Yep.
I mean, the scary stuff is look at how much the Ukraine looks like the Western Front of World War One.
Yeah, trenches and
Yeah.
because
And
that's
it's-
the only place you can hide from.
It's it's kind of like
It's like Terminator. We hid during the day, it only came out at night.
Yeah.
You can move around at night.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The kills with killing tanks with a drone. I don't know if you saw those. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And unfortunately, the Ukraine is proving whoever is in charge of our picking our next rifle for the army is a dummy,
Yeah.
because all the engagements are like 100 yards in between soldiers, and we don't need a 6.8 heavy cartridge. You're better off sticking with 5.56. I don't understand. Well, I know what it is.
And
It's
maybe
an
they
eco-
know something we don't know. Like we're gonna be fighting like armored robots.
Well, they keep saying that, but we can't even produce the armored rounds for the gun to begin with. So
Yeah.
it's kind of
This is a funny scene here.
it is,
I'm
but
gonna
it's
take a bubble bath.
yeah.
Yeah, he puts all the different colored salts in there. And here's this guy from the very first part of the movie.
Yeah. There is
Except he's missing an arm.
I mean, for as much as we point out a lot of the flaws in this movie, it does have some quality setup and payoff going on.
Yeah, it does. It does. Like, I got you now.
I knew he had a gun in there.
Yeah.
The
Now,
other thing I like what Tuco did was he
The-
took that leather strap out of that shop and
Yeah.
he tied it around and made a lanyard for his
Yeah.
pistol.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
the big thing here. Okay, so obviously the guns they used in the film for filming this were cartridge converted. That's just makes it easier for checking safety and reliability and all that sort of stuff.
Mhm.
Here's the thing: an actual cap and ball, if you took that into the bathtub with you, it's
Oh yeah. No.
it's like a cap and ball.
Yeah, the powder would get wet.
Yeah, like as well sealed as it gets, it just like guys have tested this. It's better than like the old days of flintlock,
Yeah.
obviously, but it still gets water gets in there, and it's not the powder gets wet and it's not going to go off.
But I love what he says here. He's like, if you're gonna shoot
Yep.
somebody, shoot him.
Don't talk. If you have to shoot, shoot. Don't talk. Some guns just have their own tune. I mean, how?
This one guy follow him and he just turns around and shoots him.
Yep. I think Angel Eyes always knew the risk of having someone like Blondie around.
Yeah.
So I think he was like well prepared for something like this to happen.
Right. Also, I think that he knew that Blondie might start eliminating some of his group.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And that
remember,
was all part of the plan. Less
even-
money people to cut the profits with.
I mean, even before this, Blondie had already killed one of his guys.
Yep.
That's why you come to Tuco.
Yeah.
Mm. I mean, the set design for this is actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is. There's a borrowed tree.
Yes, borrowed. At least it actually looks like a different tree this time.
Yeah. Yeah, this whole sequence is really good. Yep. And the bad guy's like, yeah, go get him. I'll be right behind you. They slowly pick him off.
And that guy has a pistol with a
Oh,
rifle barrel in it.
he's got the Remington
Yeah.
revolving
Mhm,
carbine.
yeah.
By the way,
Barney carbine, yeah.
do not hold that gun like this.
Yeah.
You will mess up your hand.
Yes.
Oh, because of the way the cylinder.
Yeah, because
Checks.
it's not a sealed, so all the gases and nasty
Yeah, it's
crap
gonna
will blow out the
blow
front.
into your hand.
Yeah, it's
So
gonna.
how are you supposed to hold it?
You hold it with two hands in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It balance. I've shot one. They balance really well when you shoot them like they're supposed to. But you can keep both hands
Yeah.
behind it, obviously. And they're a lot lighter than like a Winchester or something.
Wasn't
So-
it also a danger with cap and ball that if somehow some spark got to the next chamber, like it could set all of them off?
So technically, yes. The way you avoid that was so that was more of a danger. So you had it either through the back or the front, and it was either called a backfire or a front fire. So the way you avoid front fires are much more likely, and the way you avoid that is when you have your lead balls, they are slightly too big for the chamber. So that way, when you ram them through, you'll have a ring of lead, right? But what that will mean is it does have a perfect seal.
Oh, right. Okay.
So that way, because a front fire is much more likely than a backfire, given the nature of the design. So if you can avoid a front fire, you're having a chain fire is not going to most likely not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know if it goes off,
It can happen, obviously. It's just
yeah.
there are ways to prevent it that you can do. Yeah, they're captured by Union scouts.
Yeah.
Because they would give scouts plain clothes back then to
Right. They also could have just been like local volunteers or something, conscripted real quick. Then
Well,
here's
there's-
the captain who's drinking all the time.
yeah. Well, obviously there was still a lot of militia in this war too.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like the whole we gotta throw the war in is kind of what drags this movie as far as pacing quite a bit. I feel like it's a fairly simple story that they decided needed to be 3 hours long because we
Right.
have our war commentary.
Yeah, they could have totally cut all this out.
Yeah.
Totally cut it out. Because you remove this, it serves no purpose. It just is a block from getting them to their
It's-
location.
Yeah, and
Is all it is.
Like now, obviously, you remove this, you remove the epic scale of the film, but that's kind of the thing is about, that kind of lowers this as an epic is that the epicness is really not from the plot; it's from
Yeah.
the backdrop. Whereas something like a Gladiator or all the class, you guys know all the classic epics, Troy and all the ones from the '60s, like Jacob will know one from the '60s,
The 300
Yeah.
Spartans.
300 Spartans.
Clash of Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, God, why am I forget?
Ben-Hur.
Yes, Ben-Hur's the one I immediately thought of. Where it's like the story is the epic. That's kind of the whole point of this. This is just the epic because of the scale. The story actually isn't an epic.
Right.
I mean, obviously, production-wise, it's very impressive. But I don't think Gatling guns existed in '61.
I don't
Look at
think
that
they
one.
had that
That
big
one looks like it
cylinder
has what
on top
is that?
either.
Yeah,
That looks
I
like a
know it-
much later modeled one too.
right.
Yeah.
Like, is each one of those a separate magazine? Like each one of those strips?
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
rotate
You
it?
rotate it. Yeah.
They were what about a 40-round magazine?
Well, this one wouldn't be because this is shorter. This would hold more bullets, but each strip of magazine would be maybe, I don't know, like 15 or 20 maybe.
It wasn't insane because I mean it's a 45. Like
Because they show another one here that this guy actually shoots later.
Yeah.
And, I don't know if you'll get the scene, but and it's a tall mag. Yeah, there it is.
yeah, there it is.
That's
yeah,
it.
that's like
that's
like
the normal
that's the
magazine.
original
That's like
build
40
one.
rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes in the top, and,
And
there's
it's
no
not,
spring.
it's not double stacked either. It's single stacked.
Yeah.
It's single stacked. There's no spring pushing down on it. It's all gravity fed. So they had to keep slapping it sometimes to get it to feed.
I mean, we should say brilliant design for the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Custard had a chance to take. I think he had 2 of these.
He
And
left it
it-
behind because they were too slow or whatever.
Well, they're heavy. That's the thing. They're like
Yeah.
800 pounds.
Also, back then they treated them 800 pounds, and back then they treated them like artillery.
Yes.
Yeah.
They didn't. They didn't.
So,
Not
in,
the modern concept of a portable
and
machine gun, because
in,
that's really not man portable
No.
at
no,
all.
no. I mean,
Yeah.
even World War One, we're talking 4-man crews for a machine gun.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a crew and horse that you need.
Yep.
Um,
And they always had the extra man. I remember reading something about there was a. It was for England, and it was something about a artillery manual, and it was up until the 1940s or 50s. They had or maybe it was even later than that. They would do a ceremonial thing, and it had to be 6 people, and the sixth guy just stood at attention behind everybody. And they're like, "What's this guy for?" And they looked it up, and it's like, "Oh, he's supposed to hold the reins of all the horses to draw the cannon."
yeah,
So that's why. But he just wound up standing at attention because they didn't have horses anymore. This is for modern
Don't-
salute cannons and stuff.
don't you love old tradition stuff like that? I like when it sticks around because
Yeah,
they still it
but
shows
no
they
one
still
knows
care.
why they had this guy. They
Yeah.
didn't know what his
Yeah,
purpose
that's funny.
was, right? They just knew it was supposed to be there, and then they looked it up, and it turned out the reason was he held the reins of the horses that
Well,
drew the cart.
and if we want another reason why Custard didn't take him to Little Bighorn, Custard was a cavalry commander. So for him, naturally, everything is all about light, fast.
Movement fast. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because like in the war, he was known for being quite courageous, to say the least.
Flamboyant
Yes.
would be a good word. Too.
He was, he's a cavalry officer by trade.
Yeah.
Which ironically, cavalry officers were always the lowest graduates. If you were a low graduate at West Point, you went to the cavalry.
Mm-hmm.
If
yeah,
you
because
were,
you needed daring more than
If
like
you-
smarts,
yeah, if you were a top of the class guy like Robert E. Lee, you went to engineers.
right? Because you needed math and science and all that.
Yeah, and you need to know how to
Yeah.
work.
Wasn't Custer the lowest? He was the bottom, absolute bottom of his class.
I
Right?
think he was second to last in his class. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas
Maybe it was Grant who was last in his class.
No, Grant was I think Grant was an engineer. I think he was one of the top graduate. He might have been middle of the road actually. You want me to look it up for you? I know
Yeah.
Lee was like first or second.
Yeah,
in his
Lee was.
class.
He was up there.
But when you look at Lee's career, it makes sense why he was a genius tactician.
Yeah. Roman. Yeah.
Predator. Yeah. So here they have the big battle. I did like that they put tents up on the other side of the river so you could see where the camp was.
Yeah.
They actually made it look like a camp was up there. They all
Okay.
come running down to fight over the bridge, which doesn't make any sense because you can clearly see you can walk around the edge of this.
All right, I got it
It's
for
like
you.
the
Grant was 21st out of 30. So yeah, 39 in his class. So he was middle of the road.
okay. Who was it then that was bottom? It had to be Custer then.
It was Custard. Yeah, Custard. I know Custard was like second to last in his class.
Yeah.
By the way, all these guys are like Spanish Army.
Yep.
Francisco Franco, I believe personally, was like, yeah, go do it. Yeah, go help him make a movie. Which I actually quite like Franco. At the end of the day.
And they're like, let's mix in before we start fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they run across the bridge like it's medieval times.
Yeah.
And just start fighting. Like, don't you guys have bullets that you could be shooting into each
Yeah.
other?
Even
This doesn't
medieval
make any sense.
times, if you're holding a bridge, you
Yeah.
can hold it pretty effectively with the guys with spears.
I mean, yeah.
Right. And you just sit on one side and wait for the others to
I mean,
attack.
yeah. Medieval times, you're going to have pikemen and spearmen and especially the English are notorious for their longbowmen, and the French are notorious for their crossbowmen. So it's one, in medieval times, they would have just not fought over a bridge.
Or just set the bridge on fire.
Or, yeah, they're just
Well,
not going
both
to
of them wanted it
Yeah.
so that they could attack across it in either
Yeah,
one direction
yeah.
or the other.
I got one. So there was a battle in 1198 between Richard the Lionheart and King Philip Augustus of France, and I think it was Quatorze or something like that. And what happened is Richard won, like he whooped them, and the French had to retreat. And they had to retreat across a bridge. So many troops were on the bridge that the bridge collapsed, and the King of France fell into the river.
Oh my.
And then he had to be, because obviously he has armor on, and he had to be dragged out of the water.
Yeah, if you fall in the river in full armor, you're dead.
Yeah.
You're dead.
So this was
no
the
one
day.
gets you out.
Yeah, this was the days of ring mail. So thankfully it wasn't like later where it's full plate armor.
Yeah.
He had to be dragged out of the water, and they retreated back to the castle in the area. And then I think within the next coming weeks, Richard and Philip Augustus agreed upon a peace, and Richard was standing on a boat, and Philip was standing on the shores, and they're yelling at each other across the river and negotiating a peace over the winter. Which I just find hilarious. Just imagining that happening. To witness that must have been something to behold.
Yeah. There's another one that I think it's the Normans versus Vikings. And like a single berserker held the bridge and gave time for the other Vikings to escape.
Yeah. Now the thing about the Normans they are descended of Vikings that converted to
Right. That's right.
Christianity.
So it was basically Vikings against Vikings.
Yeah. Now the thing is also about the Normans is that if you look at all the crazy stuff in the Middle Ages, there's almost Normans involved.
Yeah.
Like the Norman conquest of Sicily, the Norman conquest of southern Italy. There was one of the most famous knights on the First Crusade was a knight named Beaumont, who was a Norman. He was like 6'7" in the Middle Ages. Just imagine that, where the average height is like 5'4".
Yeah. Yep. Oh, I like how they dumped that guy. Off the
off the stretcher and just.
He didn't want to ride on that thing anyway.
What? Why? This is one thing. Did they really need the stretcher for?
No, they didn't. They could have carried that box easily.
It even has.
Now
handles on
later
it.
they use it to float it, so that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they get down here, so the idea is that while everyone is picking up the dead, because they normally attack each other, pull back. There's a truce to clean up the wounded and dead, which a lot of armies did do back then. They even did that in World War II with the Germans.
Yeah, and especially World War One.
Mm-hmm.
It was seen as sort of like this was sort of the last vestiges of Christendom, if you will, where it's you let the enemy pick up their dead.
Right.
And you go out and you collect the wounded. Whoever you find, you take back to your aid station and treat them, whether they're an enemy or not.
Yeah, it was. There was, we like to say there was no honor in war, and all, it was like, so say that to the dead and everything. Well, it's like, well, thankfully because of this honor, their families could have their remains at the end of the war, and have some closure. Because Rudyard Kipling's son fought in World War One.
Yeah.
And his son, Kipling never got his son's remains. Yeah. They were lost.
There were so many like that, though. They were like either blown apart or covered up in huge piles of mud.
The last anyone saw of Kipling's son, they said half his face had been blown off. And I think because Kipling was obviously so enthusiastic to get involved in the war, I think he lived with that guilt for the rest of his life. And he, obviously he lost his son, and I think that weighed very heavily on him for a long time.
There's a good movie about that.
Yeah.
TV movie.
Oh, if you can remember the title, I might look that up. Watch
Okay.
it.
I know the actor in it, so I'll look him up and
So
send
they
it to you.
blow the bridge up, and now to get the armies to leave, because the cemetery is around this battlefield.
Yeah, it's on the other
don't
side of
want
the
it. Yeah,
other side of the river by there's like a
yeah,
church or
right. So it's up a hill. It's called Sad Hill, and the reason it's sad is there's so many dead buried there.
I mean, you can go see this spot today in Spain today. Obviously, it's not a real cemetery.
Nah,
if
it
you
looked
go-
like they just paid a bunch of people to dig a bunch of stuff up.
Yeah, they just put a bunch of crosses. I mean, it's impressive how many they did.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's not a real cemetery, and
Nah, they
we
didn't
live in
actually
today.
dig graves. It looked like they just piled dirt up,
yeah, I mean,
which is what I would have done.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Had a truck deliver a bunch
there
of
is,
dirt. Pile
you
it
know,
up.
it's weird how when you look at old films, there is a pragmatic side to them, but yet it works. And they're just like, yeah, do this, it'll work. People think that, people believe this. But nowadays, it's like they, for some reason, everything's got to be like somewhat, in some way, kind of over the top. That it just becomes like, really, is that really what would happen? Is this really what's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys know what I mean? Where it's like it's kind of hard
Yeah.
to describe exactly. It's like
No, I'm with you. Yeah, some like uncanny valley type of
yeah.
reasoning.
I remember like Mark Hamill was talking about when they were, because he was there when they were filming the Darth Vader's entrance in Star Wars, and he goes like, shouldn't there be dialogue? Like, oh my God, that's Darth Vader, Lord of the Sith. And George Lucas just goes, he's big, he looks mean. They'll get it.
Yeah.
They'll get it.
Yeah, yeah.
And-
That's what they would do now. Is they'd have this big. Oh, look, this is so and so who's here and did this.
Yeah, the exposition and everything.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's dumb. By the way, that movie is called My Boy Jack,
oh, I've heard of that.
2007.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
It's got Kim Cattrall in it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That is.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Good
I
movie.
might. Yeah, I'll check that out. I think I've heard of that.
Yeah,
I know My
I'd
Boy
say
Jack was the poem.
2007. What now?
I know My Boy Jack was the poem. So
Yeah.
yes, I read poetry. I know it's gay.
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe plays the son.
Oh, that's a excellent casting. Actually.
Yeah. So they're like, we blew it up and everybody's gone.
Yeah, they blew up the bridge. The funny thing is, behind the scenes, they accidentally blew up the bridge.
Yeah.
Cameras weren't
Right.
rolling.
So they blew it up twice.
So the Spanish army had to come in and rebuild the bridge so they could blow it up with the cameras rolling.
I think they got a little overzealous with the load on that second
Yeah,
one. That was
Yeah.
massive.
They did, and they were. You saw how close they were. There was debris landing
Oh,
well
that was
within where they were at.
That was
and then,
that was one of the things is that they almost got hit by debris from the explosion.
and then Eli Wallach has got his butt sticking up over the
Yeah.
parapet.
Yeah, because
I
obviously
don't know what he was doing.
Well, it's obviously he's been told it's safe, so he's like, oh well, this will look funny.
Yeah,
And then it's like, oh no, you weren't safe.
because I saw, like when they blew something up, something way over on the side got hit, and I was like, man, that could have took someone's head right off.
Yeah, that was a thing on set after that happened where people were pissed about it. but we only got his footage and no one got hurt. So it sort of was just like, okay, well, we'll sweep it under the rug. This is sort of the last of the War is Hell
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
where Eastwood gets his serape.
Yeah, because he puts his jacket over this guy.
And lets him have a couple puffs of the nasty
Yeah.
cigarello.
That's what killed him.
That's probably
Yeah, I know.
he was like,
Yep.
"Woof,
Yeah.
you smoking this shit?
That
Smoking
nicotine
this stuff?"
injection.
Nicotine would have kept him awake, but he tasted the
Yeah.
cigarello. He's like, ugh.
This is funny. It's like,
Listen, we all know nicotine is some good stuff. We just don't want to admit it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's got his little sheepskin vest.
Well, he had that before. It was just under the coat, but it's
Right. No, what I mean though is it makes another appearance because it's the
Yeah.
same thing he had on in the
Yeah.
other movie.
like all this stuff here. I don't remember if the serape was an Eastwood thing, but the vest, the shirt, the breeches, the boots, the spurs, and the hat, that was all like stuff he either bought or he stole from the Rawhide set.
I think he bought the serape in Spain on the way to
Yeah, that's
his first shoot.
that sounds right. Now, obviously, the
Yeah.
gun in this one was not something he brought, but the gun in the previous two movies was something he brought from the Rawhide set.
Look how many crosses are out there.
Yeah.
So it would take you forever to dig each one up
Yeah.
and find the gold.
By the way, 20 minutes later, we find the gold.
Dude, it would
Finally.
take you forever to find the grave, even if you had the name.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. Yep. Yeah. I mean, unless you knew exactly, like, hey, it's on the eastern side
Yeah,
of the hill or near the middle. Or,
Even if you had a name, there's a big possibility there's other people
Yeah.
with that exact name out there.
well, that's why the arch
So-
name is pretty unique.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, Arch is short for Archibald, which was not exactly an uncommon name at the time.
Right.
I do love this whole bit here. Him running around.
Yeah.
So the stone ones are probably for, this has been a cemetery for a while, and
Yeah.
the other ones are from the war. Like, and that's why there's so many new ones.
Well, and this is also when the ecstasy of gold
Yeah, I think it was
piece kicks in, which obviously is put in Modelo commercials today.
Yeah.
Which Modelo's actually Modelo is the #1 selling beer in America right now.
Really.
Yeah, it's surpassed all the American brands.
It's pretty decent. I haven't drank beer in years, but when I was drinking beer, yeah, Modelo was fine.
Yeah, Modelo's fine. I still probably prefer Corona over Modelo, especially with a lime. I probably
I
prefer.
don't know. Modelo seems a little like a darker.
Well, there's two. There's the Especial, which is the lager, and then there's the Negra, which is the dark one.
I like them both.
Yeah, me too.
Although I usually get the Especial.
Yeah, and then I'm also a fan of Tecate. If you have lime,
Huh?
if you don't have lime, don't bring Tecate to me.
Yeah.
It's kind of nasty without lime. And then
Yep. Yeah, I
my
started drinking all that when I lived in Tucson.
Yeah, and then my favorite Mexican beer is probably Pacifico.
I probably had it once or twice. I just
And if you want a Mexican beer that's really hard to find, Bohemia. I've only found it once, and the only reason I know about it is because my dad used to go to Mexico a lot.
So here we're going to have the so
Yeah,
Tuco is digging up
The grave.
he's digging up with his hands, and he was using a piece of someone else's gravestone.
Yes.
And then Blondie comes up and throws him this like little spade shovel, and then Angel Eyes comes up and shows him a real shovel, and he's like, 2 people digging will be faster than one.
Yeah, right.
And so he's like, this isn't actually where it's at. because they dig it up and it was just a skeleton underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A real
Which also,
skeleton.
if it said February 3rd, 1862, when this guy was buried,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
decayed like into less than
Really
a mummy.
fast.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, it
tell.
looked like he'd been
Yeah.
in the ground for 50 years.
I mean,
Yeah.
they could have switched the.
Well, the thing is, like the thing
Tombstone.
you're gonna struggle with dates with obviously is New Mexico even being this part of New Mexico even being. Well, wait, hold up. Might be Texas, right?
No, well, I thought it was supposed to be in New Mexico somewhere.
This is a little bit of the problem of where exactly the geography of the story.
This isn't the last turn they went through was Valverde. Which is in,
Well, either way, someone with the name Arch Stanton even being buried in the territory is like you're only gonna see that in maybe
well, I think he was a soldier
yeah.
because it said February 3rd, 1862, and that's when
That's true. And all
battles
the
were happening. He could have died of disease.
and he was obviously a soldier that the other guys knew that
Yeah, he
Carson
would have
knew.
been a Confederate.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you bring a good point. Well,
But wait till if we saw the body a second ago.
yeah, it's a skeleton.
That's not been in the ground, and that's been in the ground for years.
Yeah.
Unless there was like some kind of weird,
I mean,
like,
unless he was
like the Imhotep from the Mummy got a hold of him.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like unless he was yeah, he had to be. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna seed ground.
So
I
this is
keep-
when they figure out that there's no money, and Blondie's like, "Well, here's what I'll do. I'll write the name of the actual name for the grave on a stone and set it out here in the middle, and then the winner of this little standoff can go out and look at the name."
Yeah.
So then that's when they have the
I swear I've
know.
seen versions of this movie that doesn't have the yellow filter all over it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember seeing versions where it was the sky was bluer, everything, the
like-
colors popped more. This
And, like-
looks washed out or something.
Like, because
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
know there was the infamous version
What
with the
version
yellow
this is.
filter, all over it, but I never knew which one that was called. But it wasn't the director's cut, so this is like a new. I don't know. I feel like every time I watch this movie, it's a different
Yeah.
changed. They've cut it all up into pieces so many times. 'Cause like
I feel like in the version that's on Amazon right now, all of that green really pops and is a lot more vibrant.
Right. Yeah. That's the version
Yeah.
I watched.
Because I watched the one on Amazon. Because this is on Prime, I was like, okay, that'll just make life easier, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I just load it into Prime. I
But
didn't have to pay for anything.
even the one on, I remember the last time it was on Prime, it wasn't the yellowed out like version of these scenes that they were using. Because like I know there was like an infamous cut, right, where they had the yellowed out stuff, sepia or whatever filter all over it. I don't even know. It's like I know that version existed, but it wasn't the director's cut. This is like another weird
Yeah.
cut they've done.
Yeah, I think that's the version of the DVD that I have. I think I have the yellow filter one.
Yeah, because obviously that was sort of a little bit notorious because there were so many different versions of the movie, and that one stuck out. Also, you'll get to see here in particular on Ben Cleef's right hand, he's missing the first nub of his index finger.
On his right hand?
Yeah, it's on his right hand. I don't know if Jacob well, you can't see it here, but it's one of these shots where you're seeing
Yeah.
something like this, and you'll see it's a nub and he doesn't have a fingernail.
I think it's another 5 minutes in.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we had to have this stare down for 10 minutes.
Wait, which one's
There we go.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, okay, I see it. Why? What happened? Something in the war?
I don't know. It was either the war or something like a factory thing, and he lost it. And just like you, it's one of those things like you would never notice until you really like focus on this.
Right, right.
Because I mean, it's even shorter than his ring finger. If you look,
Yeah.
What's the guy's name that played Gimli?
uh,
John Rhys Davies?
Yeah, he's missing a tip of one of his fingers too.
well, the guitar player for Black Sabbath, Tony Iommi, he's missing the tips of all his left hand because it was his last day at the factory
Oh,
before
man.
he was going to make and he lost them. They got smashed.
Yikes.
And so if you look when he plays guitar, he has sort of like faux fingertips. That's why he plays in drop C sharp because he can't, if it was normal tuning, he couldn't put enough pressure on him with the false fingertips.
Okay, interesting.
But yeah, brutal. I mean, remember, like, all these guys came from working class backgrounds at a time when
Davis, during filming of Lord of the Rings, they had a fake fingertip for his finger.
why? I mean, that would be a nice just a little character thing you could.
Yeah,
I mean, especially for the time, it's like, oh, he's a warrior.
but
So
they pulled a prank on Jackson. They put a little blood in and cut it. Make it look like, oh, I've had a little accident here.
they seem to like doing that to Jackson. I
Yeah.
noticed during the whole filming. Oh, those are great movies.
They are. I love this. He's like, what? Why didn't I shoot? Come on.
Yeah. This was. I wish he got. Oh, the thing about the Angelo's character, he's such a interesting character, and yet he's kind of barely in the film.
Right, right. He's pretty powerful influence because he doesn't need to be in the film that much to have an impact. But I like how he gets shot twice, right, or 3 times.
Yeah.
He gets shot twice because like he doesn't die, and he's about to grab his pistol and try and get Eastwood, but Eastwood
He shoots him again, right?
Yeah.
That puts
Falls
him.
in the
That makes
empty
him
grave.
roll into the grave,
and then
and then he shoots his gun into the grave,
and then he
and then he
shoots
shoots
his
his
hat.
hat into
Yeah.
the grave.
It's so over the top. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So I thought he shot him 3 times, so he should have 1 bullet left.
He's got 1 bullet left, and that's the one he's going to use on. That's the one he's like threatening Tuco with.
Yeah.
Because Tuco's gun was empty.
Yeah. Which how Tuco in particular, a man who wears his gun on his lanyard,
Right.
didn't feel the weight differences. Well, in one, if this was cap and ball, you can't just unload the gun.
No. Huh?
I think the story around Wild Bill Hickok was every evening he would go and shoot. He would load his guns. He would go and shoot his guns in the evening before bed, clean them, and then load them up again for the next day.
Yeah.
And that was so he would stay, sort of sharp. Of course, Wild Bill's first recorded, he's one of the few guys who has a recorded duel in the Wild West. He shot the guy from like 75 yards away with his pistol.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. He was the real deal. Like
He
75 yards away, right in the heart, just boom.
Yeah. It wasn't a fast draw either. It was a
No,
slow and steady
because
pull
the
out.
guy was actually shooting
Bang.
at him while he did it, and he pulled out
Bam.
his pistol, pulled it out, aimed, bam, killed him, and just holstered his gun again.
Yeah.
Is that the one where he turns around and is like, "Are you not entertained?" Because everyone came out to see it.
He should have said that.
I thought for real he did. I thought that was a real
I don't think I don't know.
documented thing that happened.
I don't think he'd said that. I know for sure he killed a guy there. Now, the rumor was what gun he used, because some said he used his Navy revolver and some said he used a Colt Dragoon. We're pretty sure, I think most guys are pretty sure now he just used one of his Navy revolvers. And of course, he was a Union scout in the Civil War.
So you would have used both. You would have had both.
Mm-hmm. And he did own a Dragoon, so that's why the Dragoon is brought up, is because we know he owned one. There's some who the rumors around the gunfighter. Because some even say he put the Dragoon on a balancing stick and took aim. But I think most people have agreed that's probably not what happened. It feels a little bit
So
too
they
extra.
find the money because it was in the tomb of an unknown next to Arch Stanton.
Right.
Yes.
So that's how Blondie knew what name to use to kind of lure him in, and he knew which one it was next to. So also, it's not in a strong box; it's just in bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He cuts it open, and it looks like Spanish doubloons or something. It didn't look like any kind of
Yeah.
like official U.S.
like-
government minted
Yeah.
coins.
Like would it be like the $20 Eagle coins? I don't even know
If you
they
looked
had
at it
those.
closely, they had crosses all over them. It looked like Spanish, like
So they just used
treasure
whatever,
galleon money.
so they just used whatever they could find.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. They would have definitely not had that in America.
Yeah.
Not in that quantity.
Maybe it's because we're not that proud of a Christian nation.
'cause, yeah. I mean, a lot of times they would find like gold or silver, and then it would build a mint right next to it, and just mint the coins there.
Yeah.
That's not surprising.
San Francisco had one.
Well, Denver still has one.
Yeah, Denver.
that's-
Yep.
Well, that's because what happened is, obviously early in our westward expansion, San Francisco is clearly the capital of the West. And what happened as the years went on was Denver became the
Right.
capital of the West.
Well, because there was so much mining up there that was producing.
Well, that and it was the railroads
Yep.
that really enforced that. Like the Pinkertons had a headquarters out west. It's in Denver. It's not in San Francisco. There's a reason why. But if you want to see something depressing, look at the architecture in San Francisco before the 1906 earthquake. It's insanely impressive.
Yeah.
And most of it was lost because of the earthquake.
And the fire.
Yeah, that
Fires
too.
that came after. Yeah.
And my God, it's like such a lost beauty.
So Blondie makes him get up on this cross, put his head in a noose, but he leaves him 2 of the bags. He only takes half.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'll be a man of my word,
Yeah.
but I can't trust you
Right.
at all.
So he leaves him like this, and you son of a bee, which they bleep out.
Yeah,
with,
they
yeah,
the wah.
yeah.
But before that, Blondie takes a Sharps rifle and shoots the rope. Once he's far enough away, he doesn't have to worry about Tuco.
Right.
Now-
And that's why he did it, so that Tuco wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to follow him and take his revenge.
Yeah. Now, there have been guys who actually tested that shot. It's possible.
Nah, I thought he would have to have a scope in order to even see the rope.
Well, I've seen guys do it. It's possible. But I'm going to say this. It's not an easy... that's a...
no.
really... You got to be...
Yeah, how do
Yeah.
you even see the rope at that distance?
you don't. That's the thing.
You guess.
You know it's above his head. So if you can judge where his head is... Like, if guys who are really proficient with the Sharps can do this shot... And when I say really proficient, I mean really proficient. They can do this shot. But, I don't even know if I would trust them to be able to do it in one shot. Especially with things like wind and
Right.
bullet. And it's a 40... Well, the Sharps that's in the movie didn't exist in the 1860s. But the Sharps in the movie is a 45-70. So that's a big lead bullet, too. So it's going to have some serious drop on it.
And that is, if it hits the rope,
Yes.
it may not cut the rope.
Like, guys have done this shot in one shot. It's just...
Yeah.
But they are some of the best sharp shooters, literally, in that case, around, where they are extremely familiar with that rifle.
And there it is.
The ugly,
The end.
the good. It's a great movie.
It is.
It's just not as great as for a few dollars more.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. It was just too long.
It's too long.
Yeah.
It's a little bit too wound up in being this sort of epic. There's a I don't know. Even if you had the ideal version of this movie, which doesn't exist, I don't know if I'd put it above a few dollars more.
No.
Because like the actual plot of the story of this is actually rather simple, which is sort of its strength, but also it's kind of its weakness, in many ways.
Yeah.
The production side of things are fantastic. I mean, this was sort of like really bold. As far as the production side, it's really bold in ways that a lot of American movies really were not doing at the time as well. But that's sort of how it goes, I guess. It's been a while since we've really been, on the edge of pushing what is possible with film. We're kind of it's almost it's like kind of like us with food. It's like we're kind of good at just taking what other people do and just trying to Americanize it in a way, for better or worse.
I have to see how AI plays in all this.
Yeah. Not the same for me.
The worst part is some small indie filmmaker on a budget will do something really creative and impressive with AI, and then the industry will try and repeat that, and they just will be lazy. And
I personally think it won't just be like a small indie group. It'll be one person doing it.
Yeah.
It'll be like out of nowhere. Look at the whole Backrooms thing and the obsession and all that, and it's just some like YouTube guy.
But what's funny is those guys aren't doing anything new or revolutionary. What they are doing is what Hollywood used to just do.
Yeah, right.
It was
exactly making good stories.
Where it's like you're focused on the story. Remember, they offered the guy who made Obsession $2 million extra to make Bear the good guy.
Even if it was a rehash of an older movie, it was still a good movie. You could still make a good movie out of it.
There's no concepts that are being played with Obsession that are new. He's just made a really good movie,
right?
And people like it, especially people. The thing is that when you look at the people who are going to see Obsession, it's I'm Gen Z. It's my generation that went to go see that movie.
Yeah. So
it's like, as Goodwin has been pointing out recently, it's like it's not that Gen Z won't go see movies. It's just they just don't want to go see. Well, I shouldn't say they don't want to see slop. But the idea that Gen Z is not going to the movies, I think, is ridiculous. It's because if it was just Gen Z not going to the movies, it wouldn't matter.
Right.
Every other generation also.
Yeah, they've ruined movies that nobody wants to get. Nobody wants to go anymore, hardly at all.
I mean,
or if you do, most of them are mediocre or they straight up suck.
Yeah, and like when you look at some of the big successes recently, they're not good movies, but what they were was really big social events. Like the Minecraft movie. Right. That's not a good movie. It's a terrible movie, but it was a social. But it was a social. Like the people going. Let's be honest. The guys going to see the Minecraft movie, they're going for the party. They're not going for the movie.
Yeah. Throw popcorn all over the place. The other thing is, in order to if you want to make a good movie these days, you don't take a beloved character, deconstruct them, and then add extra stuff to it. And
I mean,
like all the things that the movie movies have been doing the last 10 or 15 years.
I mean, we could argue movies have been doing it for the past 50 years to an extent. Because, I mean, the whole thing about the deconstruction Western in the 70s is that. But another thing is, we say that, but then I hear A Death of Robin Hood is really good. I've heard really good things about that movie. So it's like, and I guess maybe it's because I don't particularly, when I write, I don't particularly write particularly optimistic stories so much. Maybe that's just because of growing up when I did. So I don't know.
Well, I think it's not so much I feel like they're deconstructing the wrong characters, the wrong
Yeah,
archetypes.
they
I feel
focus
like,
on the wrong elements of it too.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think you're seeing it with like I think you're seeing it with like the negative reaction to like George R. R. Martin now. People like I think 10, 15 years ago were looking for that sort of thing. Now they're not so much. And I think it's starting to wear thin.
well, yeah, because we've had a couple of decades now of this like dark, dreary Nietzschean level of character archetype, and the one thing we wanted was hope in the Superman movie, and we really didn't. I don't.
It's funny how
No.
people always. This is the thing about Nietzsche. People always focus on the first part of Nietzsche. They never focus on the second part, because the second part is always the self-actualization of yes, nothing matters. Da da da. It's all, but you need to have the strength of will and strength of character to form your own life and do what you will. And then, of course, if you want to get even further into existentialism, which is what Nietzsche really starts. Well, Nietzsche didn't even start it, but it's what he's one of the early figures of. Yes, life, nothing matters, but don't take life so seriously.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
people always focus on like the nothing
Dark
really matters, the dark part, but they never focus on the light part that says, yeah, but don't take it so seriously.
No.
Yeah.
There is an absurdity to life. That's also a existentialist thing. Is life is absurd too, so don't take it too seriously. So, but yeah, you are right. They do focus on the nihilistic. They do focus on the nihilistic part too much, in a bad way, I think. And this is coming from someone who is not a nihilist and is not an existentialist.
I mean, we see it in so many movies,
Yeah,
TV shows.
yeah.
I mean, Vikings got everything was black. It wound up being a
I hate how the
goths show.
I hate how the medieval era is portrayed in film,
Yeah.
because I mean there were dark periods. I mean the Dark Ages was a thing, but
But it was dark not because people wore dark clothes. It was because of the strife and the disease.
No. It's even worse than that. If you look at like the 12th century, so the 1100s, there was literally something called the 12th century Renaissance, because it was seen as such a bright and hopeful period. And
I was referring more to like the 600, 700 AD.
okay, yeah, there is a darkness there, but remember what comes on the end of that is the Carolingian period with Charlemagne that brings forth the revival of the empire with the creation of the Holy Roman Empire, signaling Rome has returned. The Roman Empire has returned. The light of civilization has returned.
Right. Yeah, there's periods of dark and more hopeful times. And I guess depends on where you are in the world at the time.
Yeah, it's just the way of the world.
Yep. But I thought, take the Robin Hood movie with Russell Crowe. I thought they did an okay portrayal of that time period. Maybe not the acting, but
Well,
what it looked like.
it's, you know what? It's an improvement over like what he does with Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah,
Because like Kingdom of Heaven, when they're in like France, it's all dreary and dark.
yeah,
And it's like Robin Hood is better than that movie for sure.
yeah.
Unfortunately, Robin Hood is not a good movie.
No,
I love it, but it is because one, the costumes are fantastic,
mm-hmm.
and like the production side of it is fantastic. It's just you have to deal with Ridley being Ridley, and
Really, being full of himself.
yes, and then the bad writing, which is also tied into Ridley. So,
So,
is what
yeah.
it is.
What?
But
Sorry. What do we got? What do we got coming up next
next week,
week? Yeah.
Babylon 5,
What's coming up?
Okay.
What's coming?
episodes 3 and 4.
What's coming up after that?
What is it? Oh yeah, Bullet.
Cool. I guess I'm just asking if there's another.
I'm really behind on getting a
a list.
list out. So.
Okay, I was just
That's
wondering because
my
like,
job
if it's
this
another
week.
Western in a couple weeks, I'll get ready for it or whatever.
Yeah, there'll be a Western coming up pretty soon.
Ooh.
But it'll be next month. But it'll
Okay,
be
that works for me.
all right. So yeah, it was a good discussion tonight.
Mhm.
Let's see what YouTube does with it, because the last one they
Yeah, that was
cut a whole bunch out.
unfortunate.
Yeah, but it's still the whole thing's still up on Rumble. So if you want to see for what is it, for a few dollars? No, for a few dollars more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to see that one, it's up on Rumble, full thing. So that's good. At least I have a copy of it. But yeah, we'll go around the horn real quick. We don't have much to do when Roman's
Yeah.
doing his thing,
Well,
but
I don't know. I've got some like appointments coming up, and then next week, you know, to check my schedule. I might not be able to be here. I should be. So I have to check. But
okay.
yeah.
Travis, you got anything?
Yeah. I been managing to go live around 8 o'clock on Wednesdays, so I just jump on, just chat about current events. I'll probably end up talking about the what do they call it, the Kansas City Shuffle that they did with Trump on Air Force One. That's a pretty wild story, but yeah, I just sit there and just chat about stuff for about 45, 50 minutes, and just you know, whatever.
Cool.
No agenda. So
Alrighty. Sounds good. I'll be sure and remember to check it out and tell everybody about it. So,
thank you.
yeah. Waylon, what do you got?
So this Friday I should be modding over for Niat's Minority Report stream. Then on Sunday, if he's got one, I don't know if he's got one, his movie nights with Niat, I'll be modding over there. And then I'll be modding over on Nick's The Plot Strikes Back Mask on Monday streams. And then I'm heading right over to he's doing a stream on House of the Dragon right now, which I'll probably be heading to right after that.
Okay.
I'll be a mod. I don't think I'm going to be on that show. Unless he wants me to rant away at what is the bastardization of that show is. But that is what I got going on.
Alrighty, cool. Yeah, so, yeah, me. I do mod for Joker on Wednesday night. his wrestling streams. But yeah, next week for me is Babylon 5, episodes 3 and 4. So be sure and check that out. That's always a fun one. Thanks to everybody in the chat for hanging. Had quite a few people in the chat tonight. Hostman. Who else? Head Captain Antonio was in here. Smilex. Roman, of course. Amelia. Adam Gray. Who else? But yeah, we'll get a good amount of people in the chat tonight. Thanks to the panel for the discussion. It's great, and everybody have a good week, and we'll see you next time.
Yep.
Have a good one, everybody.
Adios.
Buenas noches.
All I can say, McKay, is you take a hell of a long time to say goodbye.
Well, so long. So long.
See you around, Burton.
Never can tell.
Good boy.
Happy trails, Hans.
Goodbye.
Good boy.
Goodbye, bro.
Goodbye, Arab!
Goodbye, Northman.